Live. We're live, but we're quiet. We're waiting on Daniel to sit down.
Tuesday, man.
Tuesday. Update day.
In the year 2025.
Bro. Hey, calm down.
What?
Calm down. Focus, man.
What?
Focus.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay.
Hey, whoa.
Yeah, no, I'm focused up now.
Now we're in.
We're in? We're in? Is that it?
We're in.
Good to go?
We're good.
Are you sure we're good?
No.
Me either. That's fine. Yo. So, actually, real quick question for all of you TikTok fans out there. How's it feel being the worst cart pusher and item scanner in the history of the world?
Hey, look, not important.
It's pretty important, bro.
Not important.
I am looking for a replacement, by the way, for anyone that wants to replace Craig in cart pushing and item scanning. When he goes to Sam's, he's terrible at both of those things.
Oh, yes. Absolutely terrible.
I'm even worse, so because all I do is I just throw the box in there, and he's just like, "Can I scan the item?" And I don't let him do his job. So it's why he's bad at his job because I'm bad at my job.
Yeah, it's his fault.
It is.
Let's welcome everybody in. Hello.
Hi. How are y'all doing? Man, dude.
TikTok no context. If you haven't seen that TikTok video, it's actually kind of funny.
It is actually pretty humorous. Pretty funny.
What's up, Nick?
Hello,
welcome
Nick.
on in.
Nick.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon. We just got hit for a counter.
Dude, I was going to say, what are you doing? What are you trying to get our stream taken down?
Bro.
Jeez almighty.
Copyright.
Man.
Back-to-back pods. Actually, it's not a pod, sir. This is the Damascus Gaming community updates.
Yeah.
So we have...
I guess it's kind of like a pod.
A little slight.
Science.
It's more like a just chatting, though. It's kind of put it down
just chatting. We're just hanging out. Coming in.
There's no real agenda besides talking about all the awesome events that we have.
The more superior version of
100%. 100%. Nick and I was superior.
I got you. Yep. We're in there with you, Nick.
Minus for Cartoon Network because they had Samurai Jack.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the after hours was
always fantastic.
Was always good.
It was always really good.
Yeah, like the
question though. What was the best Nick at Night show?
Well, hang on. Are we talking about like the Toonami Nick at? Are you talking like actual Nick at Night?
I'm talking actual Nick at Night.
Actual Nick at Night?
Actual Nick at Night.
I think one of mine was probably Hello Lucy.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
If I had to pick one, like I could actually kind of relate to that one a little bit.
That's fair. I always kind of went over to the Cartoon Network side for like Adult Swim.
Well, that's what I was saying. Are you talking about the actual Toonami one? Because if you do that, then now we're talking about a whole different thing.
Adult Swim was just goated though.
Yeah, the adult. That's why I was asking you. That's so if we're talking Adult Swim, I am a big fan of like the uncensored versions of Gundam and Dragon Ball.
Cool.
But I have to agree with Nick down there.
Dude, George Lopez was so
good show.
You would be dude. I'm convinced everyone in the United States, everybody in the United States, like we all have those moments where like you're like passed out, right? You're like sleeping on the couch and you wake up to dun 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 because it's a theme song, right? Low rider.
Yeah, see, even Twilly says it.
Oh, dude, Home Improvement, bro, was good too.
Because that to me, a lot of it comes down to like at the time frame. There were different times where it was very, very good to see certain shows, and then those shows kind of fell off after a while. Yeah. And then they got taken over.
So for me, my favorite like late at night shows is Family Guy, South Park, and Robot Chicken.
Yeah, Robot Chicken was pretty fun.
Robot Chicken would bust me up, dude. Like that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Every time you would think to yourself, it can't get any worse than this, right? And it always got worse than that.
I think I mentioned the show wrong, too. It's I Love Lucy. I think I said Hello, Lucy.
Yeah. No, it's
I Love Lucy. That was the actual true.
That
Nick
was
Nick at Night. Like, that was like before the Toonami days.
Yeah.
Actually, I think they might have done it even after the Toonami. Like,
Possibly.
That was what they closed up the show with, was like actual the old school Nick at Night. Anyway, hey, that's actually a good topic. We can get onto that sometime.
True.
Let's get into some of these.
Want to do a watch party night for
right? Yeah, watch party. We'll watch some old.
We obviously can't stream that, but you can come watch.
Yeah, we can do a watch party night where we do some old shows.
Damascus Gaming late at night. It gets raunchy at the Lance.
Oh my gosh! No.
Ray, dude, Robot Chicken gets rough.
Yeah, well, there'd probably be certain shit.
I'm a gummy bear.
I feel like we would have to probably put an age limit on some of those things.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, like,
Hey, kids, we're all going to watch South Park.
Right? Yeah, right. Yeah, we're going to get canceled so hard, so fast. Let's talk about some of the things that are coming up, though. We got some updates, and we got a lot of different things that are happening right now.
We have a lot. Dude, let's start off, though, for real. I think that TCG right now has a lot more going on because your calendar is jam-packed full of everything in the world.
My calendar is mainly set up for the next couple of months.
True.
To be honest.
I want to focus on what's coming up in this week and then a little precursor into next week.
Talk about a little bit of the next week.
Right.
Okay.
So let's kind of talk about that right now. So and I think the best way to start this off, by the way, is let's talk about some of that sweet chocobo racing.
Oh yeah, chocobo racing is sick.
It's amazing.
So for those that don't know, I need some graphics on here. I need to fix some stuff
like pull the pins up and everything.
Yeah, it's all right.
We'll get this thing built out better.
It's fine. We as we get more time to put things in, chocobo racing is actually every Sunday, and it's not just this month either.
True.
It goes all the way into next month. I think it's
the
first 3 weeks. I got the calendar right now.
It goes till the
20th is the last day.
Yeah, July
20th is the last day for chocobo racing.
Because it ends on the 24th, right? Or 23rd?
Yeah, I think it's like the 20th.
Because it goes into the next week, but we stop on Saturday.
Yeah, but we'll stop on Sunday.
Sunday.
But yeah, so we've got, I believe, 4 more events for chocobo racing for those that are interested in coming out for chocobo racing.
Which, by the way, I will add this very quickly, too, because I've had this question actually several times. It is impossible for you to get a chocobo racing pin in one event unless you bring out like 20 people.
Yeah, you have to bring out the entire family.
Yeah, literally. So the way that chocobo racing works is it is a point-based system. So it's draft, right? It's the normal draft. Nothing really changes on that. But the way that it works is that you have to hit a certain threshold on points. So for the poster, it's 10 points. And then for the pin, it's 20 points.
Right.
You get 3 points for showing up.
Yep.
And then you get 1 point for bringing a friend and 1 point for winning a match.
But here's the thing, by the way. If you brought 20 people, that would be us like being nice. It's actually you only get it 1 point. You're not supposed to get 1 point for each friend you bring. But because what we've been doing to help with draft, because draft in the area has been a little hard to fire. We've actually been giving out a couple of extra points for bringing extra friends. Yep. So if you bring 2 friends with you, we've been actually giving you that extra point, even though the rules actually state it's only one friend. You only get 1 point. It's not
Zachary. You're welcome that I break the rules for you.
Yeah, we broke the rules for a couple people. But at the same time, I will mention.
I'm okay with it, dude.
Yeah, I will mention like there's not a lot of people on the list, even still. There's only 10 people or something on the list. Yeah. And there's only one person who's even broken the 10-point margin right now. Yep. So it is one of those like,
Mrs. Zachary.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, we're trying to help out and get the drafts to fire. So we're trying to help out with that.
Yeah, man, 100%.
And the cool thing with the chocobo racing is Final Fantasy drafts. So for those that have been looking for Final Fantasy product and unable to find them, you can come out and do the draft with us. I believe the draft is only costing $20.
It's $20. It's $20.
Which is well under the aftermarket prices of these packs at this point.
Was it like 22, 10 something like that for like after taxes?
Yeah.
It's super cheap, man.
Yeah, you're getting your money's worth. I think you're basically buying packs at $5 because I think you get an extra 4
packs.
Yeah, you get an extra pack for playing.
You get 3 for draft, and then 1 is a thank you for showing up. It's a pretty great deal.
Yeah, so it's basically buying packs for $5, which is absurd.
It's way underneath the market price.
Most people are selling them for $7-8 a pack. So like you're saving a lot of money for coming out for our chocobo races.
And we'll be raising our prices up to about $1,000 a pack here in about 2 weeks.
He's lying.
Just kidding.
But yeah, that's every Sunday up until
every Sunday.
Yep, every Sunday up until July 20th. Yep, July.
Yeah.
20th.
So if you want that sweet, what was it? It's the AR pins because they're AR. They're augmented reality pins.
They have a little chocobo. It's like maybe about this big. It's not like a huge. It's just a pin. You put it on your backpack.
Apparently, you can scan and does like cool things with it.
Yeah, you get some cool little stuff in there.
Hello.
It's Risen K Amigo.
It's not. No. We fixed this. We fixed this. It's Camigo. Adi's gonna kill us.
Yep.
Adi's gonna kill us. She's really
It's
gonna
all
kill
over.
us.
It's all over now.
We're gonna get terminated, bro.
It's happening.
She's gonna walk in like she's like I told
It's
you
all
I'd be back.
It's all happening.
Hey,
Yeah, see, there it is.
Hey.
It's already started. It's already
I
started.
blame Craig for dragging me down this road. I didn't want to go down. Don't associate me with this. Kamigo, how are you?
But yeah, you guys can definitely come out, check out the Chocobo races every Sunday all the way up until the 20th of July. So you have some time to come out and play for your
Wait
pin.
until I see you guys. Okay, bring it on.
And then, actually we have a couple other cool events this week. So on the 27th, we're actually doing the Magic the Gathering Pride event.
Ooh, baby.
Which is going to be a commander event. It's more just a kind of a free play, everybody getting together. They have some cool things that they usually give out.
Have some fun.
For coming and playing in that. I haven't seen anything specific yet. Normally
For the Pride one?
yeah.
I haven't not seen anything either. I don't know what's going on.
Normally, like last year when they did it, they gave out it was a Chandra poster. I don't know if they're doing anything specific for this one yet. We still have a week. To get anything that they may be giving out.
Wizards of the Coast, I know you're listening to this personally. I need you guys to send us that stuff right now, okay?
Yeah.
And I need you guys to add the other things I told you to add in as well,
Right.
okay? Including the WPN premium trophy.
Well, we have a lot to do to get to that. But hey,
we already hit the numbers, bro.
Oh, nah, I think we're a little off. Anyway,
Wizards, and listen to him. Listen to me. Listen to me. Okay, we hit those numbers. All right. Don't look. Your system's off. Okay, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We need that trophy, bro. Appreciate you guys.
Yes.
Appreciate y'all.
But I know that I haven't actually seen anything. I haven't seen anything that they were giving out for this month.
I haven't either, dude. I don't know.
I don't know if they. I don't know.
Normally, we get things. I would say about a week to 2 weeks in advance. Like 2 weeks if it's like really like nice.
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying like I've watched their.
But there's nothing even on the websites or
That's what I'm
anything.
saying.
Like there's no
I don't
newsletters
think
and nothing. I don't think
there's giving anything out for this one, like they did last year.
We might find a way to hand out a couple.
Yeah, we
couple
might
little
be
things.
giving out some promo cards and stuff
Yeah,
for people
some
who
stuff
come
going
out.
Yeah.
But that is on the 27th. That's going to be in the afternoon.
Get your pride on, son.
So it's going to be at probably about 5 o'clock when people are going to start showing up to come out and play. And then this Saturday, we actually have our Final Fantasy Store Championship.
Which is going to be sick, by the way.
This
Any
is
Madden or 2K, we're going to get to those in a minute.
We got the Store Championship at 1 p.m. So you can come out, be a part of the Store Championship. This format's going to be standard. Now, I know I mentioned a lot of Final Fantasy and a lot of Magic the Gathering stuff. Actually, for this coming weekend, that's really all that's coming up.
Cool.
It's all Magic stuff.
Magic.
We have a lot of other games that are about to start being featured in the next month.
Because actually, you know what? I will take back my word on this. Craig, when does Gundam come out?
July 11th.
And how much Gundam product are we getting again?
A lot.
So if we want to get Gundam product in our lives, we should go where?
Damascus Gaming.
I like it. Oh my God. You heard it here, folks. If you're looking to get some Gundam TCG in your life, actually, it's Gundam card game. That's what they're calling it. But if you want to get some Gundam card game in your life, you come down to Damascus Game, and we got the best prices, we got the best product, and we have Craig. He may suck at pushing carts, but he's great at pushing games. You heard it here first, y'all.
Yeah, we still have 2 more weeks for that, unfortunately.
Fantastic.
Before that happens.
Absolutely. Now, let's go over to my side, right? Let's go over to the esports side. If you're trying to compete in esports, man, this is what you've been waiting for. Come on, let's go. All right, check it out. We got 2 major events to talk about. So at the end of this week, we have the next Call of Duty Black Ops 6 4v4 LAN CDL rules. This is actually the first one that I am implementing the complete rule set. So that means that it's controller only. You will be following all CDL rules, and you'll be sticking with all of the GAs that have been determined by the players. Okay. I've been asked several times over, like, what does it all mean? Best way I can say it, man, is go look at our Discord. I've been posting the rules up in there. But yeah, it's all your basic GAs. Let's go. Look at the 115 bits.
15 bits.
Right, Kamigo. Let's go. By the way, Kamigo will be joining us on the DG stream team here very, very soon. You'll see her live. You'll see the person behind the screen. It'll be crazy. But anyway, yes, so we have that going on, right? So that's going on at the end of this week, which I believe is the 28th is the Saturday, yes?
That is Saturday.
Beautiful. Look at
what
that.
What time is that, by the way?
At 1 p.m. It is $10 per player. Come on down and check it out. Obviously, as always, half the prize pool comes from the buy-in, so
yep.
Sorry, not half, like the entire price. I got one of them big old monster burps. All right. Anyway, is Craig going to commentate? Yes, he is.
I'll be here this Saturday.
He will be commentating.
Oh yeah. No, I won't.
You won't.
I don't think I will, because that's when I'm actually going to be heading out for vacation.
Oh, that's right. No, he will not be. So it looks like I'm in the hot seat.
Well, it depends on what time. I'm going to try to get in for a little bit of commentating, but I don't know if I'm actually going to be here for the whole thing. I do have some prior engagements, and this Sunday I'm actually going on vacation, so I'm going to be packing up and stuff on Saturday.
He's going on vacation.
This is my one time.
Last time ever. He'll never get a vacation ever again.
I know. This is my first vacation.
It's first and last, dude. But you better do everything you want to do, man.
But yeah, we're definitely going to be doing.
He's never allowed to take days off, by the way. He thinks he gets days off. He never does.
Right. We're going to be doing more stuff with it in the future too. So if I'm not commentating out on this one, don't worry. There'll be another LAN next month, and I'll be commentating out on it.
Everything's about to break. Luis just sat down. Everything's about to break. Everything's about to break. Oh, no. Anyway, so the pump fake on the news. Yeah. Dude, okay. So, yeah, we got Call of Duty. Now, here's the deal, guys, right? Every single one of our in-house tournaments will now be taking place on stream, right? So we are working on that. It's going to be the same thing for all of our TCG stuff as well. We have a sponsor that I'm working on. I mentioned it yesterday on the podcast. Ooh. We are working on this one. Trying to get it. I really want to see if we get these cameras because it's going to be sick. Okay.
Good cameras, by the way.
They're great cameras. They are wireless. They are fantastic. Okay.
They are nice.
We want these bad. Even if they're like, hey, we'll give you a discount. Sweet. I'll take that action because we want these pretty bad because it gives us full flexibility for whatever we want to do in the LAN center. Anyway, moving back on this, right? So every one of these events will be live streamed out of our LAN center. That is 100% going to be a thing now. We have the production room for that purpose, okay? Yeah. So Call of Duty this Saturday, 1 p.m., $10 per player, okay? Half of the buy-in goes into the prize pool. So if you want to get a really big, sick prize pool, drag people out here, man. Show up. Come play.
Yep.
The next weekend is going
4v4, to be... 4v4, by the way,
It's
right?
4v4.
Okay.
The next... So if we go forward,
yeah, we're in July now.
We're going into July. Okay, July. I believe it is 4th or no, that's the 5th. The 5th is the first Saturday. On the July 5th, 1 p.m. Rainbow Six Siege. In my opinion, one of the better tactical shooters out there right now, man. I love me some Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six Siege will be making a hard drop. We're going to be bringing that bad boy back. We got a lot of different feedback from the players from the first time. It is all going to be done according to the awesome rules that Ubisoft has bestowed upon us. The headsets, by the way, have all been moved over to the Razors. So we had complaints about the sound and effects and that cool stuff. They've all been swapped.
Should be good now. They should be better.
Switched.
We took a lot of that feedback.
We took a ton.
We try to make it a little bit better. And then one of the other big things, I'll mention this with the headsets real fast. I'll jump in here. We mentioned one big thing that we're making a big change on, and it's a big push for no headset swaps during the game.
So we've already been pushing that pretty hard over the past couple of tournaments. Now, I've been asked a lot, why is that an issue? I get asked the same thing for... why am I not able to overclock my controllers? Why all these different things? Okay. The issue that we run into, we first of all are still in our infancy. We've only been around since October in this exact location. So right now we are in our growth phase. Okay. That monster bee hit me hard, bro. I've been slowing down. I told you this. I've been getting healthy, by the way. I've been hitting the gym every single day. So
this is true.
You're about to see me just.
Anyway, continue.
I'm going to take this whole side of the screen.
Continue what you were saying.
Okay, so we do not let people bring their own headsets anymore or try to do their overclocking on their controllers. And the only reason why we have to install all of the software for overclocking controllers, and then the headsets mess up the audio for the next person coming in.
Yep.
Which ends up taking up a lot of time because people will come in, they'll sit down and they'll go, hey, I'm ready to do X, Y, and Z. They plug up their stuff in, and then it's, hey, I'm not getting audio. And then we have to go through and get down to the meat and potatoes to try to figure out what's going on, is which setting got switched on whatever thing we're doing. And by the way, that happens for like 4 or 5 people at once. Yeah. So what would be a really quick 2-3 minute fix turns into 15 minutes to half an hour. Yeah. Because we have to go down this entire line of players. So it slows the entire tournament down. It's the same issue with overclocking controllers. If we have to constantly stop and install software, and then we have to get that software vetted through GG Leap, which is the software that we use for all of our computers, because it prevents you from accessing unauthorized software, so it keeps the tournaments crystal pure, smooth, all that great stuff. It keeps people from cheating, basically is what we're talking about. Okay. If we were to do that, it slows everything down. And then if we get it to where your controller is able to get overclocked, but homeboy on the other team, he can't do his, you now have a mechanical advantage over the other team. And that's not acceptable. So I get the fact that it is kind of a complaint point. We are working on finding a way to get a solution for this.
Yeah.
There probably will be here in the future. But for right now, I would rather everybody be at a disadvantage than a few people have what they want and everybody else gets told, hey, man, sorry, this ain't for you yet.
Yeah.
It's not fair, man. It's just not fair.
It's about keeping the field level. It was one of the biggest problems that we're having. And we are working on putting things in, but here's the problem that you actually didn't mention at all on this. You did sort of mention it, but I'm going to give it a little bit more in layman's terms here. If you bring in a controller, say it's a new Xbox controller, for example, they bring out some new PS5 controller, right?
Yeah. That's fair.
And it's not the same as the original. It doesn't work off the same program as the original.
Yep.
Or it doesn't do something, it's different in some way. Maybe it's an aftermarket.
It's Scuff, Razor, right, Turtle Beach, whatever.
Somebody made a new one, and we don't have that software yet. We have to delay the entire tournament to put that software on all the computers. And the reason that I say the entire tournament and all the computers is because we don't know which computer you're going to be on during the day. Yep. You may be on this computer. Switch out. And then you may be on this computer. And then you may be on this row of computers that you were on the first time, but you're in this spot because the other team's using the computer you're on the first time. And these are unknown factors to us that we obviously do want to try to make it to where you guys can do all of these things.
Yes.
But because we can't determine all of those up front and have it all ready, we've decided, hey, let's just keep it on a level playing field and nobody gets to utilize it.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the headsets. People say, oh, well, you just changed the settings really fast in the headsets. We've already determined that
takes too much time.
It takes too much time to do, and 2, there's always somebody in the team. This happened during our Call of Duty event. Yep. It made us take almost an hour and a half longer. There's always somebody in the team that doesn't say it until the game's about to start.
Yep.
Everybody will ask if everybody's good.
Or worse.
They don't say it at all.
They don't say it at all. The tournament's been going on, and then they go, oh, this is actually affecting me worse than what I thought, because they don't say anything right away because they go, I don't want to delay the tournament start because I don't want my team to get knocked out of the tournament. So they won't say anything, but then, they're literally into search and destroy round 3 of that match, and they go, I actually can't hear anything, and it's making me play worse, which, of course, is going to make you play worse. Right. So then they come to us and they go, we have to stop everything now because this guy has not had audio for the past. And then the team goes, we actually probably would have won the first matchup, but we lost because he couldn't hear. So then it throws everything into just absolute madness. Yeah. So we have just learned, we understand that you may have a way better headset. But I'm also going to say this too. Whenever you go to like a professional, to any type of esport event, right? When you get to a certain point in a tournament, you don't get to use your own headset anymore. Yeah. Like for example, Counter-Strike, Rainbow Six Siege, you don't use your own headsets. They actually give you it's an in-ear monitor, the IEMs. They go inside and then they put the soundproof headset over top of it. So you're actually getting the game audio from the IEMs, and then you're getting soundproofing from the over ear.
Yep.
So that way you can't hear anything outside of what's going on in the game. So that way there's no, crowd cheating going on or anything.
Not to mention that if it's a sponsored product, which, hey, Razer.
Possibly. Razer, want to call me?
So
Razer, call me.
You know what? I'll talk to you to Logitech. Don't worry.
How about Turtle Beach too?
Yeah, Turtle Beach. You want to come talk to us? If we get sponsored by somebody, for example, and this happens at the big professional events, these places are actually sponsored, or they're being run by Razer, or they're being run by whatever the company is, and they're not letting you swap off your headset because you feel comfortable. They're like, nah, you're going to use the best, and we're the best, so therefore you must use our equipment. And so that is kind of one of those things.
The only exception is mouse, keyboard, controllers. That's all based on like individual preference. They're not going to tell you to do that, but
they also know what controller you're going to be using ahead of time.
Yeah, and the other thing too about that, that's really just what it comes down to. Like for us, we're going for HyperX. I'm not for anybody.
HyperX can call me too. That's fine. We'll talk to you too.
HyperX should be called. Yeah. Actually, HyperX and Lenovo work pretty close together. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've already been in talks with Lenovo and stuff. So
Lenovo,
it's very likely that there might be some point in time that they go, hey,
good old Lenovo.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so stupid. Gonna start calling them the Lenny computers.
Oh yeah,
Lenny.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Let's not. Bring control, but
what else? What else you got for? So since we kind of talked about that a little bit,
talked about that quite a bit actually. That was a long conversation.
Yeah,
but the Call of Duty Online Borderland League, son, playoffs are tomorrow.
It is one of those things that we need to talk about a lot though, because a lot of people don't get to actually ask us about it, and this is that form. This is where we're using that. We're explaining it right here.
Community updates are like the one time that we're really going to go in depth. Like if somebody has a question, by the way, this is a time to ask it. If you want to get answered in a public forum, we're going to go into whatever people are talking about here on the community updates. This is what this is for. This is us giving updates into what's coming up, answering any questions, giving out any facts. For example, if you want to know about like Craig's hair care routine, he'll let you know all about that stuff, right? He's
No, I won't.
Dude, the beard looks great though.
Thanks.
The beard does look fantastic. I can't grow a beard, so when ask me that question, I'll be like, dude, just shave it off. But no, so check it out, guys, right? So we also have upcoming all of the online stuff. We have
the Borderlands League.
Lot, right? And I've been asked this before, too. How does this work? I don't understand what you guys mean by the Borderlands League, because you guys always mention several different games. Yes, okay? The Borderlands League is the over-encompassing umbrella that surrounds. It's like the Force. It surrounds us and binds us together.
It's an umbrella.
Yeah, it's an umbrella, right? That's the name, right? Inside of this umbrella, which is called the Borderlands League, there are several other games that are inside of there. Okay, we have Call of Duty right now, Rainbow Six Siege, Counter-Strike, Rocket League, and League of Legends, and then we're also going to be doing
Magic the
Gathering, the arena. These games are going to be rotating through. We're not going to have these go every single month. The reason why is it causes burnout. If you are going nonstop every single week, you're going to get tired of it. So we're going to give a little bit of a break, keep it fresh, keep it interesting. So for the first month, which starts next month, we're going to be doing bi-weekly for Call of Duty. Okay, so it's going to be we have our two individual brackets inside of the season. Okay, there's the main, and then there's the academy. The main is for Crimson players and up, and then academy is for Diamond players and below. So if you want to compete, get with your team. Make sure you guys are all ranked, because you cannot mix Crimson, Diamond, etc. Like it's got to be in the same. Okay. This is going to continue on, okay, for every single game that we do. Now, Call of Duty is going to take the first spot just because we've been kind of growing that one out right now, but it's going to be followed up by Rocket League. It's going to be followed up. Magic the Gathering will have its own individual schedule. Craig is building that thing out. That is his baby. He is a TCG guy, so we're going to let him run that bad boy.
That one will be weekly, by the way.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great time. Come check out Magic the Gathering in the arena.
Very likely it'll be weekly.
But the biggest thing about all this stuff is that we want updates and feedback. That is our number one way that we know if we're doing things the right way or the wrong way. So if people go, oh, I did not enjoy that, and just walk out, we don't know. So please stop and tell us and go, hey, wait a minute.
Why didn't you like it? That's a good reason.
Yeah, give us a reason why. And by the way, that's not me telling you like, oh, give me a reason, then come back next week. It's like you don't have to come back. We just want to know, hey, what did you enjoy? What did you not enjoy? Did you feel that things were balanced and fair? Did you feel that things were going in a smoothly organized and efficient manner? There's things that we look for, and we don't know unless we're getting feedback. So that's why when people were asking me, why doesn't the first online league that you guys just did, why didn't that filter into a LAN? The reality is it didn't filter into a LAN because we wanted to make sure that we were running the thing efficiently, and we ran into a lot of problems, and we fixed all of them.
Yeah,
it runs great now. It runs fantastic.
If we didn't fix it, at least it's in a more manageable.
It's in a much manageable position, and that's going to continue on for all of these other games. We take the lessons learned from everything that we do, and we just keep moving it forward. And so that's why for us, it's very important that we do these tests. So we're always going to be checking these things out. So Call of Duty was just part of the testing thing for us. But yeah, we're going to be going into Call of Duty, depending on how things go for signups, will depend on, how long the league is going to go for.
Yep.
We do want to filter down into a LAN here at the Damascus Gaming LAN Center. It's going to be great. And then for the academy roster, for those guys competing in the academy bracket, it also gives you a chance if you've never been on a live stream before because you're not grinding the game super hardcore. You want to be in a LAN. Guess what? Your bracket also has the exact same functionality as the main. So you can just come on down to the DG LAN Center and check it out and have a great time. Yep. It's going to be awesome. So
it gives a variety of different skills for players too.
Yeah.
There are people that are good at the game that aren't, top level. And they still have good fundamentals and stuff like that. Maybe they don't have like a very cohesive team, maybe they don't play with the same team members every single week. It gives people the opportunity to try out and get in. And so that's why we're also looking at doing both the leagues. And you can also be like, hey, I'm like right there at the, the next level, and I just need that little push, or maybe I need to see how other people are doing it, or maybe I just need to meet some other people and get involved with them. And then, hey, now I'm ranking up even more. You don't plateau. And so there's definitely some reason, to get in and come and join us for the different things. Even if you're not playing, maybe you're just watching, everything that we are doing that we're mentioning with the Borderlands League is going to be live streamed for the most part. I don't know if the card game stuff's going to be all live streamed.
It will be. We're going to do that, by the way. That is going to happen. Yeah. So
I'm working on that. It's something we're working with.
We do have to do some testing with that too, obviously. So we're going to run some tests on that as well.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing to think about, guys, is that with everything, and this is why I always say, we crave your feedback in so many different ways. There we go. That's better.
Mike's always messed up.
There we go. Okay. The reason why the feedback is so important is because even if you're not going to compete in the next week, your feedback makes it better for us next week for the next guys coming in. So even if you're not doing it for us, do it for the guys coming after you.
Yep.
That's a big thing. So
no, I agree. And it's one of those, like, if we don't know that we're doing something wrong, we're never going to be able to fix it either. So it's like, I agree with the fact that, hey, if you're not going to come back the next week because of something bad that happened, at least let us know.
Yeah, tell us. Let us know.
At least let us know
man.
what happened. It doesn't you could have been like, you didn't like me, and you know what? That's fine. There are people out there that don't. Like, it's
I'm
okay.
one of them.
Yeah. It's
I can't stand him.
It goes with everything.
I'm joking, by the way.
It goes with everything. You have to be able to tell us what's going on, so we can at least fix it up and get into a better position. So
exactly, man, dude.
But speaking of which, hang on. So you spoke about what the Borderlands League is, but you didn't tell us what's coming up for the Borderlands League.
Yeah, so let's get into this. Right, this is gonna be the first time I'm talking about this live here. Let me pull up the.
He's pulling up the rules on his phone.
We're gonna pull up the calendar real quick. All right, so this is where it gets crazy. Okay, so on July 4th.
Sounds like a bad day to start.
It's gonna be a horrible day to start, but we have to start somewhere.
Fair.
I might. Depending on how this one goes, I might push this back a little bit. We'll kind of see what happens with this. So I'm looking at starting on July 4th. We're probably going to push that back because I wasn't even thinking about that earlier. Anyway, it's fine. We'll figure this out. I missed that comment. What do you say?
It says we need to go.
We need to go
to Damascus. That's what I read. It went away. Okay. I don't like that it goes away so fast down there. Hello,
Fusty. How are you?
Sometimes I miss some of the comments.
All right,
I'm actually going to go onto my tablet.
That sounds like a plan to me. So I should pull this up. So, all right, check it out, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna make some adjustments here. The first week of July, we are gonna kick off. So what we're gonna do, first week of July is gonna be polls. Okay, we are only going to be running 16 teams through we're only going to be running 16 teams through the majority of the Borderland League. Okay, 16 teams. Okay, that's per bracket. That's for the main and for the academy. Okay, only 16. That's it. So you have to qualify. You have to qualify to get into the Borderlands League. Okay, it's gonna run that first weekend. Okay, so if you want to get into it, you need to get your squad ready to go and start running practice and scrims, because when you guys get to it, the way that the pools work, it is single elimination best of 5. That's it. Okay.
Dang.
That's how it's going to run the entire time, by the way. So the way that we're going to be running this thing every single week is that, so the first week is going to be, the main, and then the next week will be the academy, and then it'll go like week on week. So basically it's a bi-weekly, well, depending on which bracket you're in. Okay. Until you get up to the quarterfinals, you are not in double elimination. So you have to keep that in the back of your head. You have to show up every single week ready to go. You got to be ready. If you're not ready, you're going to get slapped. Like, that's just an absolute, like, there is no warm-up rounds. So you have to jump into this thing ready to go. So just be prepared for that. Understand that's how we're going to be doing this thing on the way going forward. Yep. And the entire purpose of it is to also keep the time of the streams and us going late into the night down as low as we can possibly go.
Yep. Yeah, we were staying until 12:30.
And we understand for some people that are on the East Coast, which there were several teams on the East Coast, that is rough because you guys are up to like 2, 3 in the morning, and that is hard to do. And I get that entirely.
Yep. So we're going to be fixing that. That was one of those feedback things.
That's one of the feedback things we looked at, right? So not only are we moving the date, but we're also moving how the tournament itself actually flows. So get ready to go. I do actually want to go back and fix this, because I think I actually misspoke. So for the for the qualifying to get in, it's not single elimination, it's polls. I said that wrong because I was looking at the
I mean, it's kind of the same.
Yeah, I was looking at it, right? We're going to do polls. There'll be different groups depending on how many teams sign up. It's all going to be based on polls. Once the way that, by the way, if you don't know how polls work, you and basically 3 other teams will go into a bracket that's just you guys, and you'll do Swiss. So you'll compete against all the other teams like inside of that pool, and then whoever has the best record out of that pool will advance out of that pool into the next part.
Right.
So basically, depending on how many teams we have, it's how we're going to set the pools up. So, you may only have to play, 3 or 4 games to qualify to get into the online Borderland League. But that really just comes down to how many people, like if we have, say 64 teams, which I would be like, holy crap, this is nuts. Craig, what are we going to do?
It happened.
But
it happened.
Yeah, it could happen. It could. So now, we want to give that opportunity.
I do have a question with that, because this is something that we hit on.
Yep.
Right. This is for the Borderlands League. Is it for both brackets? So if I'm in the Academy League, it plays out brackets. The same.
Polls. So when this kicks off, polls is the only time the brackets will be playing simultaneously. That is it. It's the first week. That's it. So first week, you guys will not interact at all. Okay, like the brackets are separated, but you're going to be competing at polls at the same time. And I'm also glad you bring that up, because this is going to be very, very important. Okay. We need everybody to be as adultish as possible. Okay. That's how I'm gonna put it. All right. I need you to be grown-ups. Okay. First of all, there's several things that I want to talk about this. Okay. The first one is we've had different allegations, okay, from, GAs being broken, to like just outright cheating or whatever. Okay. Luckily, so far, none of those have been substantiated to the point where you're like, okay, definitely that is happening.
Right.
Someone just ring the back of our. If anybody
just rang the back. Like seriously, that actually happened.
Let me go look.
Hang on.
Just keep talking.
So what we're talking about here, just so we know, the bell in the back rang like somebody's trying to drop something off in the back. That's never happened before. Weird. But anyway, What's being brought up is the allegations of people that are breaking, guidelines and possibly cheating. We had an allegation that came up with a person that was trying to say that somebody else was snaking in the game.
Yes.
And the thing is what we do with all of the allegations is we ask for video proof.
Yep, that's how you do it, and that's why we asked you to record.
Yep, and that's actually one of the reasons why we asked you to record. And so what ended up happening is we got to see the perspective of the player that was making the accusation, which is important because from their view, it did look like there was actually cheating going on.
Yep.
But we asked for the player in question. We said, hey, player in question, we need to see your view. If you're unwilling to submit the view, we were considered you cheating. That's where,
Yep.
That's where the end of that, would happen. It's the way that we would rule it.
Yep, absolutely. You have to be able to show it.
That person said, hey, here's the view. Here's from my view. Go ahead and check it out. And we looked at it, and it actually was the guy just going up and down the stairs.
Yeah.
And so we were able to go, okay, yeah, he clearly wasn't, doing the snaking tactic. And so therefore, we're not ruling them out and say that they're cheating. They were doing the right thing. And so we were able to continue on from there. So that was something that, obviously we're taking care of. We take that stuff very seriously. So.
Very, very seriously. And it's important, right? So everyone must be required to record or stream. And the reason why we say, you don't have to stream, we get it. Sometimes players are not comfortable with actually going live on Twitch or whatever, and that's totally fine. Add me on Discord. Okay. Cowboy, we're good, brother. Appreciate the follow, man. That's awesome, dude. That's legit, dude. So, but here's the thing, right? We need to make sure that during polls, because this is a reality, okay, and this always happens even during tournaments, okay, people start messaging us on Instagram. They start messaging us on Twitch. They start messaging us all over the place. We have built out the Discord to ensure, okay, that there is ample channels of communication that are available that we actually check throughout the tournament to make sure that, hey, we're seeing every allegation or question that comes up. Okay. If you do not message us or you try to DM us, we're not going to see it because we have so much going on.
Yep. There's spots for it.
If you have not been a TO before, it's very hard to understand this, but you're running a live stream, you're watching brackets, you're queuing up, make sure everyone's getting ready to go for like the next sets. Yep. And then you're getting asked questions across multiple different channels, and it becomes very, very difficult. So it's why we ask, please ask all your questions or drop any allegations inside of these specific channels because we're checking those constantly. Yep. All right.
Yeah, so it's very important to utilize the channels that we've made.
So that's why I'm saying that with polls, I need you guys to be adultish in this, okay?
Put them in the channels. Correct.
Put it in the channels, okay? That's all that I'm asking for. If any questions come up, all right, we're going to have different mods in there, keeping an eye on things, make sure that things are going forward and being smooth. But if you drop, and this is what I wanted to explain because I've had this happen before. If a allegation or something or a question does not get dropped in the main channel, we're not going to see it. And with that being said, if you come to us 2-3 hours after the tournament is over and go, oh, hey, by the way, you never saw this.
Yeah.
My reaction to that is going to be, hey, man, I'm sorry, but the tournament's already over. What's up, Mongo Crush? And when that happens, man, trust me, we hate that. I don't want anybody to ever have issues in our tournaments, but there's not much we can do if it's already been done.
If it's already done and over with and the tournament's finished and it's rounds and rounds and rounds ago and you're just now saying, hey, I had an allegation and you guys didn't check it. And I'm going to go back to the allocation channel and go, where's your allegation at?
Yep.
I mean, it's the same rules process as everything else. If you're not you didn't follow the rules by posting in the correct channel. Yep. So it comes down to, we have to look at all of these different things.
Yeah. So we just want to make sure that everyone's tracking that. And this is going to go, by the way, for every single game that we do online. There's going to be channels to actually communicate and talk with. Especially in my personal opinion, I think this Magic the Gathering Arena thing is going to explode. So, when Craig's got 15,000 people trying to message him all at the same time, just understand the fact that, you'll know, by the way, when that Discord gets to that level because all of his hair will be gray.
Nah, I'll dye it.
They'll be bull.
No, but for real, once we get to that point where you start seeing right now, it's actually still in its small infancy stages.
Yeah, we only have like 16 teams right now.
Yeah, we don't have as many people reaching out to us.
But with that being said, we just want to keep everybody. Yeah,
we still get enough.
Yeah,
we still get enough.
But even with that being said, right, we just want to keep this in mind because I want to make sure that everyone has a smooth tournament experience. We're not saying this to be jerks. We're not coming at people and going, oh my gosh, you messaged me on Instagram. How dare you?
Right.
Now we're saying it all. It's if you want your message and information to get seen, you have to drop it in those channels.
The big thing here.
That's what we're asking for.
The next big thing, and I'll add this in, and this is not more about allegations or anything. This is more about just in general. Some people come to us and ask us a question. And I don't get me wrong here. Don't get me wrong. I'm 100% fine with people coming and asking questions. Yeah. If you ask the same question in the actual area where it's supposed to be asked, there's other moderators that will answer your question. There are actually just other people in the same thing, and they'll answer your question.
And that's a good point.
Like it's sometimes you'll get answered by another player who's like, "Hey, actually, I already asked this question.
Yep,
I already know this answer. We've already discussed it. Here's the
that's something too that I wish people would actually take a step back to kind of like think about this. A lot of times, if you have a question,
somebody else has that same
somebody
question.
else does too. So when you ask that question in a public forum, people go like, "Oh, hey, dude, sweet. Trust me on this. We're never going to be like that was a dumb question." Okay. Yeah. If you're asking a question, it's because whatever we are doing was not explained correctly. Okay, yep. I know people get like that there are no dumb questions. While there are questions that I would consider pretty stupid, like if you're like, bro, why is there air? I will tell you, like, you don't know why?
Just kidding.
To fill up basketballs, man.
Exactly. But you got to remember.
Ask questions, guys. We're not going to make fun of you. We're not going to call you out. Like, you may feel like, dude, I'm asking the dumbest question in the world. Like, even if it's something as stupid as, hey, am I allowed to use an Xbox? Dude, just ask the question. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Ask questions. It's okay to get clarification. I'd rather you ask now than you're 4 or 5 rounds into a tournament and you're like, oh, dude, I would have been playing better if I had known this rule existed. I'd have been like, dude, if you would have asked, I would have told you.
Yeah, or you get to the point where you're getting toward the end of of a tournament, and you make a comment like, "Man, my new controller is awesome," and you send a picture of the controller, and we're like, "Dude, that controller is actually banned. That's why you're so awesome." I mean, these things happen. Like,
dude, I'm so glad I installed this new walling software. Right, it's like, oh, bro.
Yeah, it's always good to ask the question up front. And I'd rather you go, hey, like, is this something that's legal or not legal or whatever? Just
ask the questions,
and
guys.
It's easier to ask it. But what we're trying to really hammer home here isn't just to ask the questions; is to ask the questions in the right spot.
Yeah, just ask them.
If you ask a question in our Q&A area, you could probably scroll up and find the same question.
Oh wait, it's right here.
Or if you're familiar with Discord, there's actually a search function in Discord, and you can type in, like, say you wanted to know about hit markers. You're like, how can I utilize my hit marker or whatever? You can actually type in the word hit marker, and it'll find every single person who's ever said the word hit marker, and then you can search through it yourself and be like, oh, hey, here's the time where they were talking about this specific thing.
So it just helps, guys, and it cuts down on a lot of different questions and whatnot that we get asked. Because I was noticing that the first week. I would get asked a question on Instagram, and then I would get asked the same question on Twitter, and then I would ask the same question on Discord, and then I would finally get asked the question in the chat. Yeah, and I would go, if someone just asked it one time in the chat, Born to Be Sports, how dare you not follow this channel until now? I'm calling you out, Born to Be Sports. How dare you? This man has been on the stream team for months.
Wow.
Born to Be, you're in trouble now, sir. I want you to know that. I know you're out at camp right now, but I'm coming after you. All right? I'm going to take that football helmet off, and we're going to show everyone who you really are. We're going to box out back, bro. I'm just kidding. It's fine.
But yeah.
Born to Be Sports, by the way, is one of our streamers. Make sure you guys go over and follow him, by the way. He's a great dude.
Yeah.
He's actually at camp right now helping out with a bunch of kids and stuff, so he's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. He's a good dude.
Yeah,
I have to harass him, though.
It is
glad
one
your dad's
of those,
doing better, by the way. I did see your text, so I'm glad that he's doing better.
It is one of those weird things to see like 3 messages asking the same question,
Yep,
and then
across 3 different platforms.
and then we get asked in the Discord, and then it brings then it comes up in the voice chat, and we're like, guys, we've answered the question 5 times at this point. If you guys went to the Q&A section, you would have already seen the question.
Gentlemen, yes, the answer to your questions is red is the best color of all time. So if you want to,
black and red.
Yeah, black and red's just a go-to combination, man. So I mean, come on. Like obviously, if you ever even think about wearing the color blue, you're just wrong. So
Wrong. Or green.
But yeah, no. Oh, dude, where's green? We're red, black and red. Okay. We're gonna paint El Paso red.
You can't say that.
What do you mean? You're turning this into a horrible thing.
She said, why do you can't say that?
No, in a good way. No, this one. We're like with our colors, man. We're talking about mascot. That's right. See, even he said it. Razor blade. Red is the best. See, told you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can't say that. Hey, anyway, let's get on the topics
turning this into horrible stuff. This is great.
Let's get into topics.
The color red is awesome.
Let's get into topics that aren't going to get us canceled today.
See, red ones go faster. See? We're good. Everyone agrees with me. You're just crazy.
Good.
It's all right.
Well, I'm glad everybody agrees. So let's stick with that.
Red is the best color of all time.
You're gonna get clipped, and you're gonna get clipped. And
Damascus Gaming. By the way, don't ever do that. By the way, but no, dude.
I was gonna say you're gonna get clipped, and there's gonna be this clip up of being like. CEO
Damascus Gaming just believes that red is the best color, and we want everyone to rep our color. Okay.
Jeez.
Fork logic right there. See that?
So what else do we got coming up? I know that
what else we got coming up?
We got the Borderlands League. That's
actually
kicking off.
I'm curious. Born to be Sports. When do you come back, dude? Give me an ETA on your return.
That is actually a question.
Yeah, because I actually want to know when he's coming back.
We do have some cool stuff.
Prepare my Star Destroyer for my arrival.
Yeah.
You know it.
Twilly the kid, yeah.
Twilly's awesome, by the way.
Yep.
This man, Twilly, if you can hear me, come here, bro.
Dude, he has to hear us because he's literally answering. He's talking to us.
I hope so.
Like
Twilly, you better come to me right now, bro.
We want to put you on the camera.
Depends on when the stream ends. Wait, what?
Wait, is he? Oh, he's here right now. Is that what he said?
Wait, are you outside?
Dude, if Born to be Sports is outside, he can come in.
Is Born to be Sports outside? He's out there? Tell him to come in here.
Tell him to come in
Tell him to come in here. He's back.
You can come in here
There's
too.
no way, bro.
They're literally out here in the front.
You don't have to show your face. You don't have to show your face. I just want to see you. You don't have to show your face. I have to see my bro. Hang on a second, guys.
That's crazy. It's Will.
Yeah. Well, no, this is Twilly.
This is
By the way, this is a TCG awesome guy. He also replaced Craig and all of his stuff because Craig's just trash at his job now. Yeah. Craig just kind of gave up. Need to talk after stream. That's fair. But brother, I want to see you, man. Come back here. I'm not gonna put you on camera. I just want to see you.
Yeah, we're not gonna put you on camera.
I just want to see your face because I miss you. You've been gone for too long.
He's got his persona.
Twilly has showed up, bro.
But that's fair. Born to be Sports has his persona. You know, you got to keep him. It's secretive. You know, if you've ever seen his stream,
you actually see his face and you're not auzed, there he is.
You'd know. He is here.
He's right there.
Alive
he's
and
back.
well. I actually saw him. Yeah.
He's alive.
I saw him.
So here's the deal, right? So this is very, very important. If you actually ever see Born to be Sports' real face, you won't have a face anymore because he'll steal your face. He's like
I could turn this into like some creepy pasta thing.
They probably could. Dude, who is that spirit face stealer in Avatar: The Last Airbender? You know what I'm talking about? That like long centipede dude.
Yeah.
I can't remember who that guy is, man. Dang it.
I don't remember. Sorry. Will's gonna yell at us. I can't
believe you all forgot episode 3, the first season. Blah 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 blah. It was written by blah 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 blah. Truly, get a life, okay? You know. We're gonna get in so much trouble, dude.
I know.
We're just dropping all kinds of horrible stuff right now. This is crazy.
This is the crazy stream here.
That's right, dude. Razorblade is goated. Thank you.
Yeah,
He's the face stealer.
There you go.
That's who he is, man.
That's Born to be Sports. That's his spirit
Thank you.
animal.
See, someone knows. I was like, someone has to know this, man.
Yeah, I didn't remember.
That was a great episode, by the way. That dude, Avatar, by the way, the OG.
Speaking of Avatar, if we look at the future, so okay, we talked about the first this week and next week. Let's talk about like future.
Future. What do you mean?
Future.
What do you mean?
So we got a couple cool things coming out later on this year. We talked about Gundam in July.
Yes, we did.
I actually kind of need to hit my calendar here.
You know what I'll do, actually?
What's that?
I just to get interest out there, and I know Luis is going to freak out when I say this out loud.
Uh-oh.
I have a question. Yeah, because Avatar Last Airbender is coming.
Yep. Magic has...
And I'm going to pick that up, by the way. But anyway, okay. This is important, y'all, because I need honest feedback. If we host a Grand Theft Auto 6 launch party...
Oh, yeah. I want to know about
Would
this
you be interested?
Yeah. If you would, send us a message in the Discord.
We've been talking about it. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. There is no guarantee. I want to put this out here, right? Because we have to look at a lot of things, including like legal stuff, to make sure that we can actually do this. Okay, but this is extremely important. Okay, I need to know if anybody is interested.
Yeah, we need to know like up front.
Okay, cool.
So if you guys are interested, make sure, and I'll say this. Make sure to put it in our Discord,
please.
And the reason why I say put in the Discord is because what we want to do is we want to try to see who else is also interested. So if just put it in the general chat. It's not going to be in a special section. We don't have anything like that yet. And if it becomes like big enough, and we're like, okay, this got a little bit of legs.
Just in general chat.
Let's do it. So yeah, just esports Discord, by the way.
Yeah, go
esports Discord.
Yeah, make sure it's the actual like main Damascus gaming
the main
one.
channel, not the TCG channel. Because even though we do updates on both, we're going to put this under esports, not tabletop games.
We're looking at doing that. We think it'd be a lot of fun. But like I said, we have to look at different things because obviously when it comes to a game that has. Let's just be honest, okay? Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the biggest game of 2026. It's not even close.
Probably biggest game of 2027, too. Not even lying.
It's going to turn into a black hole and just suck up developers.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, geez.
But anyway, but this is not going to be a normal thing that we do, by the way. So I want to put this out here. Like, we are not GameStop. We are not a game selling store. We are not going to start selling any hardware. Any of that stuff. We might sell some peripherals like controllers and stuff like in the future, but I want to put this out here. Like, we are not turning into a place you can come and sell and buy video games. Okay. This is for very, very specific things. And GTA 6 is one of them. We are looking, because what I would like to be able to do is that your ticket to get in is the price, or maybe a little bit more than that, but it's basically like you get a copy of Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yep.
But for that to happen, we have to get approval from a lot of people. All right. Because if you've never worked, so I used to work at GameStop, pre-orders and like handout dates are very serious in the video game world. Okay. You cannot give this stuff out beforehand. So you have to basically be like, we trust you to take this. It's no joke. It's the same thing, by the way, for Magic the Gathering and for like Pokemon and stuff. If you sell product before you're supposed to, dude, have fun losing all of your stuff, because they will come in and take it from you.
Right.
They don't mess around, dude. Like Wizards of the Coast, Nintendo, like they don't play. There's a lot that we have to look at, and we may not even get approved. So that's why we have to be very, very, very careful, because this is not one of those, hey, let's call somebody up and ask them for a couple of copies. Don't work that way. With that being said,
yeah, let us know. Let us know if you're interested. We'll work a little bit harder on it if we know. Damn. I think I pulled something off down here. Like, I keep getting stuck on a cord.
You pulled off the light.
Okay, so the light went off behind me. There was a cord that was stuck on my leg, and I'm like, dude, I can't. I was trying to move it, and it was stuck on me.
If anybody wants to replace Craig, seriously, come talk to me. We're putting this guy out to pasture by the end of the week.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Thinking of other cool things that are coming up, by the way.
Cool light, bro.
Thinking of other cool things that are coming up, by the way. It's not my fault I have a cord like literally right here underneath my, I can't even move my leg.
There's one phrase that Craig says more than any other. It's not my fault, bro.
Exactly. It's not my fault, bro.
It's not my fault, bro.
It's Daniel's fault. It's always Daniel's fault. Or Chaz's fault.
It's Chaz's fault for real.
Chaz's fault, probably.
Chaz's fault for real.
He probably put the cord there.
Dude, Chaz probably put the table there.
Yeah, you're probably right. Actually, now that I think about it, he did probably put it there.
I am convinced that whatever is wrong with the world, Chaz has something to do with it. Try to plug it back in now. Watch it do the wrong color.
It's literally right here. It's like
Watch
right
him.
under my
Watch him
leg.
plug. It's going to go right to the wrong color, and it's going to break the universe. You can't even see it now. He's fiddling with it. Oh! Hey!
It was this light right here. That
no!
one.
They knew.
That one.
They knew immediately.
Speaking of other cool things that are coming up, outside of that light that just came back on, we got a lot of cool things actually coming up. We talked about Gundam in July.
What we talking about? Eternities next?
Well, we got Edge of Eternities, which is the new Magic set that comes out. I believe September 1st is actually the date. Let me go back here. Yeah,
Edge of Eternities, dude.
Yeah, September 1st.
And then we got, I believe, some Marvel in our future.
Yeah, we have Marvel in the future. Actually, I want to talk a little bit about this. I haven't put
Speeder, edging free.
I haven't put in any specific dates here, by the way. I'm not going to talk dates because I don't think I'm actually
Magic the Gathering rated R for sexual.
I don't know if I'm allowed to speak certain dates because of
yes, it is. Oh no, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's before.
Wait. Yeah, it is. Wait, when does Avatar drop?
Next year?
I was supposed to say, like, it's pretty far away. It's pretty far away, dude.
I was gonna say we got 3-4 sets coming out before Avatar does, so a long time from now. Let me see here. Hang on. I'm not going to mention dates. I'm not going to mention dates because I actually think that we're bound by Pokemon right now.
Yeah, no, you can't say anything about
for
that.
Dates.
Oh, no, you can't say anything about that yet.
For dates.
There
but
are dates.
We do have it. We are in talks and works for dates. So
not even Pokemon knows what they're doing yet.
But we did get approved for our cup for Pokemon. So we're going to actually be doing a Pokemon Cup.
That's Razor Blade. Yes, I agree with you, man. I don't know. For me, and by the way, like, I know I'm going to get like assaulted by all the Final Fantasy fans out there, but this is a reality. Like, I prefer in-universe. I've always preferred in-universe because I got sucked into Magic because of the in-universe universe. See, the in-universe universe is greater than the beyond universe universe. You know what I mean? Because there's the in-universe universe and there's beyond universe universe.
Oh, man. He's talking about random crazy stuff. He's gone off on a tangent.
But no, I'm excited for Edge of Eternities.
I don't even have it in here. I believe it's in October. I didn't write it down. That's okay. So anyway,
October.
We have a couple different things that are coming up. We got the Pokemon Cups that are coming up. So that's for sure happening.
Yeah.
The date to be announced, but we will have Pokemon Cup. That means we're going to be doing some more stuff with One Piece, of course, coming up.
So Razor Blade, you didn't agree with SpongeBob Secret Lair?
Yeah. We're coming up real quick. We're coming up real quick on some of these cool things.
Yeah. We got a lot of really cool stuff coming, guys.
We got the Riftbound.
Riftbound. Look, I'm pumped for Riftbound. I'm hoping that they do this thing right. We are working on getting organized play for it, okay? Like,
so everybody knows. Hang on. So everybody knows. We did put in, and we're a part of their newsletter group now, so we should get information on it as soon as it drops. We'll be able to start.
Sore.
We'll be able to start doing stuff.
Facts, dude. It's gonna be sick. By the way, I hit the gym, so I'm sore.
Yeah. What were you going to say though? Sorry.
No. So Riftbound's gonna be huge, dude. Like, League of Legends now gets mixed together with TCG, which is gonna be sick. Now, I don't know how the game plays.
We did get to test it. I believe it was Dogma. He's a Discord user, so I don't know the name of the person.
Yes.
They came in and they played with Will.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they had some cards already. I don't believe they were.
Cool.
I don't think they were authentic cards. That's the thing. So they had a original deck of some kind. I don't know. Again, I know that they had some information because it's been put out there. Some cards have been revealed and some decks that they had started off with that have been revealed. I believe what they did is they made copies of those cards, sleeved them up, same as most people do with their proxy cards. They just proxy up some fake cards and they brought them in and they were just kind of showing the game off, like kind of demoing it.
Interesting.
Just like, because they've already released the rules.
Super illegal.
Well, I mean, it's only illegal if they're selling the cards, and they're not. They're just teaching people how to play, getting awareness of the game until we get our own official release demo. They've already dropped the Learn to Play, which is in our Discord, by the way.
That's cool. So here's
Discord.
So here's my question then, right? What does the game play like? Is it Magic? Is it more like Hearthstone?
See, I mentioned that I didn't get to play it. It was Will.
Twilly, get back here. Twilly, I have questions for you.
Will got to play it.
Twilly, I have questions. Come here. Come on, Twilly. Twilly.
And
Twilly.
From what I understand is the game has...
Come here, Twilly.
It does mix and match with a couple games. So
I'm not going to kissing the mic. I'm like,
so
Twilly.
It's like most of the other card games that have, they all play similar to 2 or 3 different card games.
I know he hears me calling him. Come here. All right. Yo, speaking to the mic for me real fast, dude. Tell me, how does Riftbound play?
Here, actually, you want to just take my spot for a second?
Yeah, I could take a spot.
All right, here, hang on. We'll do a quick swap here.
Hang on, y'all, because I want to ask some questions here. This is actually no, wait. No, you guys be talking about this because you're the TCG guy.
No, I'm gonna swap with Will so he can explain the game.
Okay, all right.
And then I'll do that.
Okay. Hang on, y'all. We're doing a quick swap because this is important to me. I actually want to know because I think this is going to be a huge game. So, everybody, please welcome for the first time on any of our talk shows, podcasts, all the things we have going on, Mr. Twilly. How are you, sir?
Everyone. Pretty good.
Make sure you bring that mic, brother, up close to your face. We can actually hear you very well.
All right,
there we
like
go.
this?
Perfect.
Alrighty.
Quit talking about kissing people. I'm not talking about kissing people. I'm kissing the mic. This mic does not identify as a person. Or maybe does it? I don't even know. That's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, Twilly, talk to me, dude. So, Riftbound. What game does it play like? Or is it its own individual thing?
So it does borrow from Magic, like most games do.
Okay.
It has a really interesting on how you score. It is a King of the Hill with
that's
card
interesting.
games.
Okay.
So you start off the game and you'll both choose a location.
Okay.
So like, I think in the deck right now, you have 3 locations. You're going to pick one of them. Your opponent picks one of them. You put them both down, face down.
Okay.
And you reveal them.
Got you.
And now you are fighting to control those locations.
Interesting.
So when you control one for the first time, you get a point. And it's first to 8 to wins. And the interesting thing is, like, if you're at 7 points and you just take one, you don't win. You get to draw a card, but you just don't win.
Interesting. Okay.
You have to control both of them, or you control one, you pass, and if your opponent doesn't kick you off, you win at the start of your round.
Interesting. Okay. That's an interesting way to play. So here's my question then too, right? So like card types and whatnot, I guess like the big question everyone's probably going to have is, are there counter spells?
Yes, there are counter spells. Okay. There's instants, there's sorcery, so it heavily borrows from Magic.
Okay,
yeah.
Interesting. But the King of the Hill twist, that's very interesting. So now, do you as like the player, right? Because you know how like in Magic, like you're like the Planeswalker. Do you have any health associated with you, or is it literally just King of the Hill style? Like you can take damage. It's your characters can take damage.
So you have like a commander.
Okay.
So you'll choose a commander, and that's like it'll be Jinx, Li Shan, all those characters.
Okay.
And there's also a champion of your deck.
Okay.
And you could choose whatever champion of that's your leader.
Okay.
Because you can play whatever characters, because you're locked to 2 colors in that game. So whatever 2 colors your commander
standard.
is.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. Okay.
And your champion is from your deck, so you just choose, like you could have like 3 versions of Yashiro, and you're like, I want this one as my champion for this.
Got you. Okay.
So like you do that, and you're fighting over it, and there are instants. So there are things, and then you could only play them at the instant speed of, like say like, oh, I go into here. You're like, all right, as a response, I could play it.
Got you.
So it's a bit different from Magic, because in Magic, a little bit different, yeah. You play instants whenever.
At any time. It's just, hey, bam. Like if you have mana, lay it.
Yeah. But this one is, it has to be that certain phase.
Interesting. Okay. That's kind of cool. I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it.
It was just such like an interesting concept of just controlling there. And then one of the locations, it had a thing called gank. So just like ganking in the jungle.
No way.
Move to the other location.
Oh, that's cool.
So it has like a lot of cool mechanics from the game and stuff.
That is so cool. That's legit, dude. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Sweet. Dude, I'm pumped for this one. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm also pumped for Gundam, though, too. I think Gundam's going to be phenomenal.
Oh, Gundam's going to be great.
It's going to be a phenomenal game. If you are not tracking Gundam, and by the way, if you want to come learn how to play Gundam, we still have Learn to Play decks. And guess who will come play with you?
I will.
He'll teach you. Twilly will come teach you. Dude, I harass Twilly all the time. I mess with this man every day that he's at work. But Twilly is just a goat when it comes to this stuff, man. This man works hard. He is always helping people learn how to play. If you have any questions about TCG stuff at all, Twilly is your guy. He will teach you everything. This man is never stops when it comes to learning new games. Because Twilly, like, what do you not play?
So I don't play Flesh and Blood. That's like the only game I've like.
Well, that's up to you though too. But yeah, that's crazy, dude.
But so just in this past 4 months, I was like, all right, got to learn Pokemon, got to learn Gundam, got to learn One Piece. I learned Riftbound literally last week.
Let's go, dude. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate it. All right, brother. Dude. Appreciate you. Craig.
And come play card games.
Come play card games. Actually, come play card games with Twilly here at Damascus Gaming. He is freaking dope. So, yeah. And here comes Craig. Appreciate Twilly jumping on the podcast, a talk show, the community updates. Hey, we have so many shows. It's crazy. But let's get Craig back on here real fast. Man, Craig, we've been talking for a minute, bro.
Well,
and I'm down for it.
I mean, that's what this is for. It's for a chance for people to come in and
Craig!
Woohoo, I'm the GOAT.
Craig is back.
Somebody asked a question on the Discord that I want to answer too, by the way.
Send it. What you got?
They asked about singles. They said, are we going to be doing any Riftbound singles? And I'll be honest with you. This is an up-in-the-air question. I don't know. I can't say yes or no. If we actually have a good community of people that are coming out and playing the game, and there's actually some hype for it, and we actually have quite a few people coming out for the events, yes, we're very, very, very likely we will be doing singles. The real question comes down to the community. If we start off the game and we only have 4 people and nobody was really interested in the game to begin with, then no, I'm not going to be opening boxes for singles or buying singles and things like that.
This is what it comes down to, man.
It's one of those tough, realities of certain card games. Some card games have a lot more people that are playing them, and a lot more people that are prospectively coming out to try to find cards.
Yep.
If that's the case, then we absolutely will be, purchasing singles, and we'll be, having a binder and things like that.
And actually, talk about that real quick too, by the way. So, we get asked all the time, how do we set up things, for online and in-person sales? Obviously we are always going to prioritize our local community here in El Paso. If you're coming to buy any product whatsoever, especially if it's hard to get product, you have to really come and sort of get your hands on it. So because I get asked quite a bit, why is your Pokemon stuff never online? Because the Pokemon stuff gets sold out to our community almost instantaneously. We don't really get that stuff to put online. Obviously, as our allocations and whatnot increase, that may change depending on how big our allocations become. But we're always going to prioritize our local community over online sales. We do have our Shopify stuff now. So our Shopify is now what we'd run both in store and out of the store for online.
Yeah, and we did do a thing to give a little bit of a insider information here, I guess. Not really. Yeah, most people saw it happen. We posted up, I believe it was Destined Rivals. No, it was Journey Together, I believe.
Yeah.
No. Actually, it's Prismatic Evolutions. We had some Prismatic Evolutions booster bundles come in. They were like a kind of restock. We didn't get a whole lot of them. I think it was only like 15 or 20 or something like that. There wasn't a whole lot to go around. And I posted them on our Discord. Again, most of the people in our Discord are directly related to people that are close by.
Yep.
So I didn't post it on the Instagram. It wasn't posted on Facebook. It was only posted to the Discord. And they were gone within the hour of the post. And so, if I was to post outside of that, we probably wouldn't keep them for more than a couple minutes, to be honest with you.
Facts, man.
So the fact that they lasted, an hour... and we had them at limit of 1 too. You can only buy 1. And we still sold them out within an hour.
That's the big thing. And by the way, I do want to let people know this as well. This is very, very important. Okay. Even if we have allocation numbers to where we can put these things online, and I'm going to tell you this, when it comes to Pokemon, that's going to take us a long time to do.
Yep.
Pokemon is hard to grow.
It's hard to get more product right now. It's tough.
Yeah,
it's a shortage.
What I hear from a lot of people is that they expect it to kind of be like, hey, killing up with the subscription. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Woo!
Appreciate you subscribing. That's what I'm talking about, man. Should we get crazy and start dancing? I'm gonna
no,
we're actually
calm
dancing.
down.
Sorry, Killy.
I do think that we're gonna make some cool stuff.
Let's go. All right.
But hey, we appreciate you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Good information.
So anyway, so this is important to remember, right? So we want to prioritize and make sure that, like I said, our community is getting it. So even if we do punch it out, and when it comes to getting Pokemon products, so it's not just as simple as we reach out to our distribution and we go, hey guys, I want 3,000 boxes of Pokemon, and they go, oh yeah, dude, hang on, and they send us 3,000 boxes of Pokemon.
They don't do that.
They don't do that, right? Like
we wish.
Yeah, dude,
we wish.
If I could have bought 1,000 boxes of Final Fantasy, you best believe there'd be 1,000 boxes of Final Fantasy in the back of the store.
Well, I think in that case we might have been able to do that. To be honest with you.
Possibly. But anyway,
Magic's different. But for Pokemon, that does not happen.
It doesn't happen for Pokemon. And you have to understand, Pokemon has a lot of very specific guidelines that you have to follow to hit different levels of product allocation. So for us, we can't just go, hey, I want X amount of product, therefore give me all this product. It doesn't work that way. So we have to treat it basically like Gollum or Smeagol, whatever you call him, with Lord of the Rings. This is my precious, and we can't let anyone else have it, because that's what ends up happening. So we put it all in the store, and dude, like within a couple hours, man, it just flies off the shelves.
Yep.
Now, as we grow, those numbers get bigger and bigger and bigger. And by the way, it's not one of those like, it's going up like this. It's like it's going up like this. It's a very, very slow
One
drive.
of the big things that you got to mention when we talk about allocations and stuff.
And please, here we go. Here's the biggest way to help us grow, by the way. Go ahead, Craig.
Yeah, I was going to say, when we talk about allocations, the biggest thing that you can do is come out and support the store.
Yes.
If you're not playing in our events, come play. So as much as I love to say, like, these companies, hey, right. As much as I would love to say that these companies go, hey, you have $250,000. We want you to spend your $250,000 with us. We'll just go ahead and let you buy up all the product with your $250,000. That's not how it actually works. Assuming, I'm just obviously making a hypothetical number here. I'm just saying, if I had $250,000, they're not even going to let me spend, they're probably not even going to let me spend more than $5,000, to be honest with you, because there's just not enough product to go around.
There's not enough, man. It's
and
what
the
it
way
is, bro.
The way that they look at your store is they go, hey, how much have you been ordering?
Are you Walmart?
Right. Yeah. How much have you been ordering? What is, have you been ordering every set? They don't, if you buy a set and skip a set and buy a set, all this new set's coming out, it's going to be hot. We're going to buy this set, but this next set after that's not going to be that great. So we're not going to buy that set. You lose allocation. They don't give you allocation. But one of the biggest factors that they look at is how many people are actually playing at your location.
Yep.
If you are one of those people that are just trying to backpack in, sell out of the back of your car, sell from your basement, whatever it is, they've really cracked down on that stuff over the last couple of years. And there, for you to even get distribution, you have to show that you're an actual store. You have to show a physical location. And then when you actually do that, you have to show that you have numbers of people that are coming into your store. So you're not just buying it and then being like, well, I'm just going to be a reseller. They actually prevent you from doing things like that. Now, I'm not going to say that their system is perfect, because I don't know how their system fully works to that capacity. But I will say that they do put a limit on even us to say, hey, we see that you guys have, 20, 30, 40, 50 people showing up to your events.
They do track all those numbers, by the way.
But they look at all that and go, well, these 30 boxes should do you fine, or these 45 boxes should do you fine. And so like it is something that you guys have to watch out for. And what was just mentioned there in the chat, there are people that do this. I know people that come to us and go, hey, we would like to purchase boxes from you because we want to try to resell them, and being like, hey, I want to get a bunch of boxes from you. And I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. Like, why don't you get your own distribution? But they're small time. They don't have, a bunch of money to put in for every set. They're just trying to resell on the hot sets.
Yes.
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to come in and be like, hey, can I get 50 boxes from you? And I'm like, bro, I only get 50 boxes. So no, you can't get 50 boxes from me. And then they ask me, hey, can I get 50 boxes from you at a discount? I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that either. Cause I'm a business and I'm trying to also grow my business. So, when we see a lot of different things. I've had a lot of people come in that they don't understand. And we're here, me personally, I like being transparent with people and getting into some of these things and letting people know, like, hey, it's not that easy. It's not as easy as what people think. It's not as simple as saying, hey, let me take out a $200,000 loan and I'm going to buy this next hot Pokemon set. They don't let you do that. Their system is set up to go, hey, you're brand new. We're not even going to let you spend $10,000 with us because that allocation, the way that it works is there's this much product out there and everybody gets a little cut of it, right?
Yep.
And then they'll be like, this much left for new stores that are coming in. That's what you get to buy from. You don't get to go, hey, I'm going to spend $1 million and buy up 45 different stores of
also, product. It's worth also mentioning this. So, we get asked all the time, hey, why is it when you guys get into brand new games, you start like hosting stuff? So like, example of this, right? For all my Yu-Gi-Oh guys out there, we are working on doing a Yu-Gi-Oh night at some point here in the future. The issue that we have is that we have to wait for the next shipment to hit. The problem that we have, like a lot of times when we try to get into a new game, there are windows in which you can buy things, okay? And the way that it works with distribution is that they'll come out and ask you, hey, we have these sets coming out. And by the way, these sets come out 3 to 4 months, maybe even 6 to 9 months after this initial time is asked, right? And so you have to put in months in advance.
Yep. It also stops people from buying. Yep.
Yeah. I want this, and this. Yep. The issue is, say that we're like, oh my gosh, let's get into like Yu-Gi-Oh, right? And we jump in and we go, okay, sweet. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh set coming out next month. We already missed a pre-order window for that entirely. Like, we're not going to get anything. The only way that we get product at that point is if somebody else cannot afford to buy what was allocated to them, and then it goes out to the other stores and they'll call and go, hey, we have X amount of boxes. Like, do you want this stuff or not? Right. The issue is, like, for us, for example, with us just getting into a new game,
we're not first on the list.
We're not first on the list. So by the time it gets down to us, they're like, hey, we have the wrapper for half a box.
Right. You want this wrapper?
Do you want the saran wrap that goes around the box? It's
already opened and locked on, by the way.
Yeah, it's so, and so that's the issue that we have. So there's a lot that goes into it. So trust me when I say this.
Yep. We do everything we can.
Craig is on the phone every day, and I will not drop the names of guys we talk to from the distribution companies because of
we won't even tell you. We won't even tell you the distribution. So don't even ask.
But
I've been asked before. I won't tell you.
But what I will tell you is that Craig is on the phone all the time, talking to these guys, trying to figure out what's going on. He's working and cranking deals, man. There's a lot that goes into this stuff, and that's the biggest thing right now. So when we're bringing in new products, when we're trying to get into new games, understand when you come in to ask me or ask Craig, or ask one of the guys out there, hey, I want to see if you guys will do this game. We don't just forget about it. We do our due diligence to look into how we're going to get into it. But even if we make the determination, hey, let's do this game, it still takes us months. Yep. It's not an immediate turnaround.
Here's another thing. I'll mention this one too, because this kind of goes back to exactly what you're just saying.
Ooh, talk to me.
Let's just say that this game, this is a game, and it comes out over here.
It's a pretty pointy game,
right? It comes out over here. That's when the game comes out, right? We have
to order. Like it's over here.
We have to order over here. This is at the beginning of the year.
Yep.
This is when it comes out. It's at the end of the year, right? This watch represents the hype of the game. The game hype is down here. Nobody really cares about the game. And as it gets closer, the hype gets more. And it gets more and more. And you're like, oh, wow. When we ordered 40 boxes back here, the hype has already passed this 40 box line. Yep. It's up here to 80, 90 boxes.
Yep.
And it's too late. It's too late. You've already put in your order of 40. You don't get more. You don't get to ask. You don't get to go back and go, oh man, I didn't realize that this was going to be a hot game.
That Moodle's touch to the game has now become a Tarkov clone.
Yep. He turned it into a Ding, Tarkov.
Extraction.
This is extraction shooter.
Dude, I'm turning into that guy that's like, whenever he hears like the trigger word, he just goes, Tarkov?
But yeah.
Tarkov?
But you got to think about it from that perspective too.
Linux down there, dude.
If I have to order something 6 months out, even 3 months out, when they asked us for Final Fantasy products, I think I was offered Final Fantasy products at the beginning of the year. January, and 4. it's no worries, no worries. I deal with this all the time.
We want to talk about Tarkov.
So this actually happened with Final Fantasy. Magic got smart on this last set and said, you know what, we're going to ask people what they think they're going to sell earlier than expected.
It would have sold more if it was Tarkov.
Oh my God. No, it wouldn't have. Look, let me just put it this way.
Universe is beyond Tarkov edition, bro.
This man needs to be quiet. He's done. Where's your mic? I'm going to cut that thing off. Look, let me put it this way. Here's some insider information for you. And there ain't a lot of people going to tell you about this either, by the way. So you mark this, you put this one down. I said it. I don't mind. I don't care if anybody knows. They asked me, what are my Final Fantasy numbers before they asked me, what are my Dragons of Tarkir numbers?
Yeah, facts, dude.
They asked me how many boxes. They asked me how many boxes I wanted for Final Fantasy.
Bro, I would buy that.
I know he would. He'd be broke. Look at all my Tarkov cards.
Dude, I have a LEDX Lotus.
They don't do anything. They just die to 1/1s. I forgot to equip his armor. Oh no. My gun's malfunctioning. I didn't put the gun together at the beginning of the game.
There's a card that's like a weakness, and it's like wrong ammo type.
Yeah. We're not making a Tarkov Magic the Gathering, but that would actually be kind of funny. But yes, that to be honest with you,
I'm done, y'all.
To be honest with you, like to know that as a store that you needed to know the numbers for the next game. What did the steer the wrong back? Skip your turn.
Real card.
Skip your turn. Oh my gosh.
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, hey, by the way, we're selling boxes. You can buy the base box at $40 or $3,000 for the Edge of Darkness.
Oh yeah. If you pay,
it gets you nothing, just a bigger stash. It's like a little like cardboard piece.
If you pay up now, nobody else will be able to rebuy this box in 6 months.
By the way, this is the Ultimate Edition.
This is the Ultimate Edition.
6 months later, we have the Ultimate Edition.
Stop. Oh my God. Stop. Tarkov, bro. I don't know what y'all are doing. I really don't know.
Y'all have just ruined this entire show, dude. It's over.
I don't know what y'all are doing. It turns into its own block constructed, bro. You can, and they reset it every 3 months, and they just release the same stuff over and over again.
There's no difference. It's the card border is a different color.
Yeah,
it's the only difference. Is no, you can't use that one. It's the exact same card. It's just now it's a pink border.
Yeah. You can't use the black border cards. You got to use the pink border cards now.
I can't handle this, bro.
You got some guy in the back of the Tarkov bus coloring things with a Sharpie. Like, this is the new version. It's silver now. Golly, bro. So if you haven't noticed, if you just joined in, by the way, this is the normal antics here at Damascus Gaming. But
they should definitely have cheater cards too. It's just a part of the game at this point.
Might as well. See through walls.
See through walls.
And then you get to look at your opponent's hand.
Don't worry, I play Counterspell, reported, and it does nothing.
It does nothing. This card does nothing. Wow. We could go on and on about the Magic Tarkov set that hopefully will never be. But yes.
Oh, dude, I'm done. I'm wrecked.
There's so much stuff.
Wow.
There's so much stuff that goes into, ordering products and getting products in and stuff. So
what do y'all do to me?
Just know that we do take it very seriously, even though we joke around about the things. We do take it very seriously. If people ask us for things, we are looking for it. I've been asked for several new pieces of material for the store.
We're working on it.
Boxes, sleeves, and we've come through. I've gotten new deck boxes.
By the way, it's the same thing. Like we go online quite a few times looking to try for distributors to get like deck boxes and stuff, and they're out of stock, man. Like we are fighting out here to get like more product for you guys.
We're actually katana sleeves.
Yeah, katana sleeves. Also looking at there's this really cool. It's like a super high quality like binder where you can use like actually like leaves for
the sleeves binder.
Yeah, we're trying to get that because you actually just keep filling it out.
Yeah,
but it's a super nice binder quality.
People ask me for the binders.
We're working on it, y'all.
And so, I've been looking at maybe getting a couple, even though I disagree with having like the sleeved, binder sleeves, the 3x3s or whatever. I'm not a big fan of them. I like them to be a part of the binder so that you're not getting the edge as you're flipping. Some people like the other way. They like to be able to add more, more pages to add to their
binder
card.
Of 6,000 Magic cards.
Right, yeah, they want to have a big binder, and they carry it all around with them and stuff. And so, like in those cases, I have to have something available for those people.
Dude, my cheeks hurt from laughing that hard. They're actually like, oh my gosh, man.
Everybody in the chat, they stopped talking because they're still laughing.
I know, they're all like, dude, like Moodles is a moron. What's up, Melita?
Coming in to hear about
Melita.
The Tarkov Magic set that's not happening. Oh, but anyway, back to what we were talking about.
What were we talking about? Because I got completely and totally wrecked by Tarkov. Before we got to
that, we were talking about the upcoming sets. The upcoming sets. So we got we got Gundam coming out in July. I forget dates. I know that we have our Pokemon Cups coming up. The new cups coming up. We have the new Pokemon set that's coming out, Black and White, which is not looking great in terms of distribution, by the way, for those that are curious.
Allocation's hard, people.
Yes. Looking at another Prismatic Evolution set. Oh, anyway, we have Rift Pack.
By the way, do me a favor real quick, by the way. If it does end up being that way, can we all as a TCG community come together and agree on something? No. Even if a store, say like Target, Walmart, wherever, if they do not have enough allocation, can we please let kids buy a box for all that is holy on this world? Please. I get so tired of watching these little 5-6-year-old kids come to buy a box of Pokemon, and some like 35 or like 40-year-old dude just grabs the entire shelf and walks off with it with this 6-year-old kid sitting there. Like, seriously, I mean this entirely. Okay, if you do that, you're a piece of crap, and I mean it. Like, I really do.
Yo.
That's no joke.
Whoa.
I'm not playing.
He about dropped the...
I'm not playing.
I'm going to have to cut his mic in a second.
No, seriously. Like, that is such a low thing to do. When I see those videos, I get seriously angry. That is ridiculous. You're a grown man taking advantage of 6-year-old kids.
That's why we
get wrecked.
That's why we put a limit on it.
You earn every negative comment you get on social media. Like, if you're doing that crap, like seriously, that is so low.
That's why
I'm so done with seeing those videos, man.
That's why we put a limit.
Oh my gosh.
That's why we put a limit. But for the people that ask the question, that's why we put the limit. I actually had a gentleman come in one day, and he picked up a box, and he picked up another box. So we only had 2 left.
Yep.
And he picked up 2 boxes, and he comes up to the counter. And I'm like, "Hey, man, it's one per person." And they're like, "Well, I'm buying one for me and one for this other person that's standing next to him." It was like, and I'm like, "Look, it's just one. I'm sorry, like I understand, but if I do it for you,
I have to do it for everybody."
When the guy that comes in with 8 people from his family and says, "Well, we're buying one for everybody," they buy out the whole stock. I'm like, "Come on, man! Like you got to give me some." Give me a little bit here.
But it's like my issue is, and
we
like,
knew it's for you.
When you go out and you do that stuff, man, it's to me, it just screams greed, because that's all this stuff is. When you go out to stores like Walmart and Target, and you know that there are kids in line, they've been waiting, they're excited for the new set, and you go out there and you just clean off the entire shelf because you were not raised properly, and you think you're the most important person in your world. Screw you. And don't do that anymore. Just stop. Be an adult for 5 seconds and let the kid behind you get a box.
Daniel's going off over here.
It ticks me off.
We went from Tarkov. We went from
anyway.
We went from Tarkov.
But seriously, I'm buying one for my niece and 35 for my estranged.
Right, dude, yeah.
But it's just it drives me nuts. I do not understand why, as a society, we cannot come together and go, oh, let me be a decent person, and I'm going to take one and let the people behind me take one. Yep. But instead, we've got to go running out there and show that we have somehow gone down the evolutionary chain because we've just lost all sense of civilization.
Over Pokemon cards.
Over Pokemon cards. Like, it blows. I saw videos of grandparents getting assaulted in Sam's and Costco's over Pokemon cards.
It's crazy. I've actually seen some crazy fights over some Pokemon cards. I'm like, guys.
So yeah, I'm gonna get upset. I'm gonna call people out. Like, I don't care
crazy.
if you're one of those people, man. I hope you feel some level of guilt, and like, I know you don't. Because you were not raised properly.
That's because they're reselling. It's
greed.
At the end of the day, what people
it's
do,
absolute greed.
What people do is they know that places like us, because my transparency unfortunately lets people take advantage of the fact that they know that every other store is in the same boat.
Yep.
And they go, oh, cool. So if I buy it all from all of everybody in my city, then I own it all. I have all.
And I'm going to resell it for 300% markup.
Yeah, I can resell it to anybody. So let me put something else out there. This doesn't always go around. There are some people out there that are shady. And I will say that because I've seen some shady practices even across businesses. But this is why I mentioned Prismatic Evolutions. And I hate Prismatic Evolutions, by the way. For all the Pokemon people out there, I'm really sorry. I hate it.
Yep.
A lot of places were getting taken advantage of. And they were selling product to stores for more than they were worth. So I'm saying for more than MSRP. And when you walk into a store and go, oh, they're selling it over MSRP, they must be a scalper. I go, you don't know what somebody bought it for. And I say that to say this. We bought things overpriced on a couple times because we didn't have a choice.
Yep.
And I had to upsell it because, well, I don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
If I want to make a little bit of money, guess what? I still got to sell it for a little bit more than what I bought it for. But when I don't have to do that, my margin is still low.
Very.
And you can come in. People told me when I sold those Prismatic Evolutions boxes we mentioned earlier, the ones that sold out in an hour, I sold them for $39.99. Mark my word, you can find them on our online store. I can show you the history. I sold them for $39.99. They were $60 online to everybody else. I could have easily sold them.
Well, we don't do that.
I could have easily sold them for $59.99.
We don't do that, man.
Just know that if I'm putting it at a certain price, that there's a reason that I put it at that price, and it's not because I'm trying to get you. Now, I understand that there are other people out there that would have taken that same deal that I got and put it higher. I get it. I get it. I hear it. I see it. They have their bills. I understand what you're doing because sometimes you have to upsell to make that margin you need to pay the rent, pay the electric, pay your employees. But just keep that in mind.
Yeah, man.
Not every deal is the same. Not everybody is in the same boat. Not every, you go to one game store and they say, hey, I'm selling them for $80. You go to the next game store and they're selling them for $70. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're ripping you off. They might have actually had to pay $10 more from who they got it from.
It's a big possibility, man.
It's possible. So just keep that in mind
just
when you're out there.
Keep it in mind. Keep it just keep an eye out. It's just what I'm going to take a hardcore stance on. I'm going to say this flat out. I'm going to take a hardcore stance on this. If you're taking advantage of kids in a Walmart or a Target or a Sam's Club or whatever you're going, and by the way, I don't blame Walmart, Target. I don't blame those stores, man. This is my thing that I always say. The fact that we have to put policies in place is stupid.
Yeah.
If you see a line behind you, common sense just go, bing, I should probably only take one of these.
Yeah.
But we don't do that in the society because we are greedy and we suck.
Yeah.
And I'm going to call it out. And that's why we put our policy. By the way, that policy also carries over online. You only get to buy so much product online. We have limits online. It will tell you cannot buy this.
And do know this, by the way, and I'll tell you this 100%. Everything that I put online, if I put a limit on it, I go into my own private cart and I try to check out to make sure that I can't buy more than one. So they're tested.
They are tested. And also, this is also worth saying, and I will say this too. We also check all the orders going out. So if you think to yourself, oh, I'm going to jump online and make several different accounts and try to get around this policy, and I see oh, look at this address. It's the exact same address for the same box. We will refund you.
I'll refund you the whole order and I won't send you anything.
So We're not trying to be jerks, man. For those of you out there that get what we're doing and you're like, yes, we appreciate you because you're being fair to everybody else. Thank you for that. We appreciate it.
We hope that one day that this doesn't have to worry. We don't have to worry about putting that policy in place, and that you can buy 5 of them at a time.
Yes.
But during a shortage,
which is where we're kind of
we're at right now.
Yeah,
we have to be able to spread it out, and we have to be able to go, hey.
Yep.
Let me do this because let me talk about something else here really fast to talk about that.
Yeah,
there are other stores, and I like watching YouTube channels, so I'm gonna give a Rudy a shout out for Alpha Investments. Alpha Investments. He's over there doing some work. They were selling Destin Rivals boxes. And I don't quote me 100% on the price because I forget what he said, but he quoted it himself. It's in one of his videos over Destin Rivals. If I remember right, he was selling them for like $219 a box, or it was like $239 or something. He was upselling them because I believe Pokemon Center is kind of low on their prices to begin with, but I believe they sell them at $160. We sold them for $169. He was selling them for $219, $230, $240, whatever it was. They were going for $300 a box. Yep. We could have easily put them online and sold them for $280. We didn't.
Nope.
We put that limit there for a reason, so that the people that were coming in and wanted one box, they wanted to be able to enjoy opening that one box, were able to do so.
And felt like they got a good deal on said box. We want everybody that buys from us when they come into the store and they walk out to have a smile on their face and go, wow, I did not expect to get a deal like that. I appreciate these guys. Thank you for that. We want people to want to come back and buy from us. We want to support El Paso. This is the biggest thing that I talk about all the time. We are El Paso first. We are El Paso's esports. Okay. That's who we are.
And to add on to this. And TCG. And to add on to this, by the way. We are from El Paso.
Yeah, we are
locally owned.
We are not a franchise. We do not have any other, secret businesses out there like in the ether. We are El Paso Esports. We only have this one location. Yep. We are only going to have this location until we eventually possibly move up into a bigger building and be like, oh, dude, by the way, we're open 24 hours a day. Right. Craig will never sleep again.
But that's something that there's a misconception.
There is a misconception because people walk in, and I get it, by the way. We put a lot of work into this place, making it look really, really great. So a lot of people walk in, they go, oh, dude, this has got to be a franchise. It's not a franchise.
It's not.
We get asked that all the time. Are you guys a franchise? No, we're not a franchise. We are only in El Paso. Right. This is the first and only one. There is no other spots.
First and only one. It's owned by 3 people.
Yep.
We have an entire staff of 5 people.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we have. That's all we've got. So trust me when we say this. Like, we are looking out for El Paso's best interests. We're not in this, to take advantage of people. We're not in this, to make a lot of money. This is my thing at the end of the day. Like, yes, we are a for-profit business. Yes, we are trying to make money because we have to make ends meet. That's our biggest thing.
Just like everybody else.
But we're not going to go out there and go, oh, hey, cool, dude, I bought this box for, say, $120. Hey, Craig, let's sell it for, $500.
Right. Yeah, we're not
going to do that.
We're not trying to rip you off.
Yeah, that's our biggest thing. So, we appreciate every single person coming on this journey with us. We love having y'all be a part of this thing. We have a great time here. We laugh and joke a lot. You come in here, you'll see us, man. The same people that you. What? Tarkov? Dude, there's Linux on there. No, but for real. The same people that you see, by the way, when we're online, we're on TikTok and stuff, we're the same people in the store. Like, this is not an act that we put on going like, all right, man, let's get our game face on, Craig, and let's have some, pretend to have some fun today.
I always have my game face on. It's always on.
It's because you're constipated.
No, it's because this is how I always act.
Bull.
Wow.
Wow. I'm turning that into a soundbite, by the way. I'm going to make Craig's wow soundbite. Wow. So I hear that more than anything out of him because I always say dumb stuff to him every day. But no, listen, guys, that's what we're here to do. Okay. We have a lot of fun here. We want you to have a lot of fun here. As I tell people all the time, you do not have to spend money here to support us. Drop us a follow on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube. Go out there and just spread the word. Hey, by the way, do you know about Damascus Gaming? They're trying to do a really, really cool thing here for El Paso.
Yep.
That's what we're here to do. Like, we build all this stuff for you guys. We want you guys to have a great time and to play. But wait, when I say guys, I mean guys and gals, just so y'all know. Because people are always like, he forgets about the ladies. No. Hi, ladies. I just group you in with the guys and gals. So it's just all guys.
Yeah, everybody's the same.
Everybody's the same. Actually, I talk about that too. By the way, we're fully inclusive. Like seriously, I don't care. Where you come from, what you believe, what's your sexual orientation. We don't care. Yeah. Come have a great time.
Come out, hang out.
Come hang out.
Come play some games with us.
This is a complete and total relaxed spot. 100 bits. Is this the new thing we're doing? Just like the big high five?
Heck yeah. I'm down for high fives.
Down for high fives? Cool.
You're going to have to lean over here a little bit more. I'm stretching my arm out way too much when I do the high five. I have short, stubby arms.
Do you want me to get closer to you so we can do it like this?
I'm just saying you need to put your high five out a little bit farther. You're like back here. You're like, oh, yeah, come give me a high five.
You need to make sure that you actually land the high fives.
Hey, we did land a high five. I heard it. Yes, I heard it.
Do I hear? Want to do I hear?
There's another high five. That's for extra support. That's extra support.
Called out for sucking at high fives too, man. Craig.
Golly.
Craig can't push a card. He can't scan items, and he can't do high fives.
Again, not my fault. He's reaching all the way over here.
Calling me.
But yeah, the big thing is like everybody.
I'm getting a call from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Luis, are you calling me? That's not even your number. I'm getting a call from San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Well, anyway. This is one of those things like, I say.
I should not, because that probably has the phone number on there.
You probably didn't. I was looking at it. You couldn't see it.
I hope not.
But like we were saying before, it is one of those things like we appreciate everybody who comes out and supports, and whether or not you're out here physically or out here just like online supporting the online leagues, everything helps out. You don't necessarily need to spend money. You can. It's as easy as sharing our information.
And I will say this too. I am doing a little bit of work. We're going to revamp the Discord community, get that bad boy popping again. If you are interested, and I mean this truthfully, showing love from LC Las Cruces. The Las Cruces, man. And I will say this too, by the way, like when we say El Paso, man, we mean El Paso and all the surrounding areas, man. Like we appreciate everybody, dude. Like for me, El Paso, it encompasses, we got, Juarez, we got Horizon, we got Las Cruces. We appreciate everybody in the local area, man. We love y'all. We really do. But yeah, we're going to be revamping quite a bit of the Discord. I want to get that community popping again because we miss hanging out with y'all. Yep. So even if you're not in the local area, you want to come hang out, man, come join and hang out in the Discord. I am also looking for Discord community managers. So if you are interested in being a Discord community manager, please let us know. I'm going to say this. You do have to be over the age of 18, and you do also have to be ready to commit some time to hanging out and growing the community. There is a lot of responsibility with that, so we'll keep you all posted.
Also,
I got a call from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Interesting.
On the caveat of that, by the way, we also are going to be doing tryouts for casters. So if you're interested
I forgot. Good catch.
If you're interested in doing any casting for us, you guys can swing by. We will give you a different game that we're looking to do, and you guys can jump in for
Discord community manager.
If you want to be a Discord community manager, you got to be 18 to do the Discord community manager.
Just come show it.
But if you want to do the Discord community manager, or you want to do any casting, let us know. You can just drop that in the esports Discord and say, hey, we're looking to get some information. I
just had Luis's hat chucked at me. It says Puerto Rico, by the way.
But yeah, we're going to be doing, so for each of these different games that we're hosting, we're looking for Discord managers for, and we're also looking for casters for. So if you guys are wanting to be involved in any of that, or you want to be a part of any of the community, please let us know.
Yeah, hit us up, man. Let us know. We got a lot of cool stuff happening. Yeah, I mean, it never ends. So, for us, the biggest thing that I will say, and this is very, 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 very important, okay?
Very.
When it comes to being in any position inside of Damascus Gaming, the reason why our community, our family, all these things that we call it, right, has such a special vibe to it, we do not consider anybody beneath us, okay? The reason why I'm bringing this up, okay, is I've seen this before, is that people will get into power inside of Discord, and they'll go, oh, I'm now a mod.
I have the power.
Right, and they go crazy, okay? And what I want to explain here is when we say community manager, we do not mean welcome, come in with an iron fist. We want everyone to feel welcome and to have a good time. Okay. You know, as a CEO of the company, and, you know, like, we joke around, we laugh a lot, we have a great time. But when we sit down and talk business, man, like, the 3 C-suite partners, the guys that we, like me, Craig, and Luis, we all sit down together on equal footing and we all talk.
Sometimes yell.
It can be sometimes. Sometimes, you know, Craig says something really, really stupid. I'm like, I got to lay down the law on this man today, right? But no, we're all equals in that moment, okay? Like, and it's people look at me all the time and go, like, dude, like, you, like, people that, like, know business and they come over and talk to us, they go, you guys have the weirdest dynamic we've ever seen, because normally, like, you know, like, Dan, you as a CEO would be like, we're going to do this, 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 and this. We don't do that here. We all come up with ideas. We talk about said ideas, and we decide we're going to execute on said ideas.
Yep.
We want the same thing at every level of the company. So please understand this. If you come in as a Discord community manager, be prepared, you know, to
yell at Daniel.
You know something. I said it before. I'm going to say it again. We are looking to replace Craig. Okay. We need to put this man out to pasture. Okay. We have a really nice field for him, and we're going to try to put him out on that bad boy. So we need someone to come out here and replace him. So if you would like to be the new chief cart pusher, please come by and talk to us. Oh man. Dude, what else we got? Anything? I think we covered pretty much. Dude, we covered a lot today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, today this is nearly its own. I mean, we're going to probably have to take this VOD and we're going to have to cut it up into sections.
There's going to be a lot.
There's a lot to digest.
There's going to be the Tarkov part. There's going to be the Tarkov?
The Tarkov part and the non-Tarkov part.
I mean, there's no non-Tarkov. Everything. Life is Tarkov.
Life is Tarkov.
I need a link to that open position. Dude, Fern, come talk to me.
Just send it. Just send it to Discord.
Send it in the Discord. He's talking about Chief Cart Pusher.
For me? Yeah, just send that in the Discord too. I'll make sure to delete it really fast.
By the way, Fern, I'm still waiting for you to come in here and talk to me about the Be Like Fern segment, bro. It's going to be hilarious. But anyway, okay. So, and I do want to say this, by the way. I'm going to have to hit you up, Craig. Okay. So, every Tuesday, we're going to do community updates, okay? On Mondays, we got the Game Changers podcast. Okay.
Yeah, don't miss that one. That's
Game
got a lot
Changers
of cool stuff.
podcast happens every single Monday starting at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Yep.
We might push that one back in the day, depending.
If you missed that one, by the way, you can also check back on the VODs. Yeah, you can check the VODs and check it back.
It is on both Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
We also are now doing community updates on Tuesdays. So you got now 2 days of seeing our beautiful faces.
Yep.
Especially mine. I'm gorgeous. And then we're also pushing a lot more content from our stream team. We're pushing a lot more content for online leagues and in-person stuff. So there's going to be a lot of content. So basically, yeah, voice is a 111. Dude, I know, right, bro? Dude, my voice, man, let me tell you something. I can't actually.
Both.
I actually can't say what I want to say.
Yeah,
because Paul cracked a really funny joke this morning, and dude, it had me on the floor. But he was like, "Bro, your voice, man." It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house. Anyway.
Yeah, so if you guys want to definitely come in and check everything out.
Dude, should I actually do like Damascus gaming night before Christmas, like bedtime stories and stuff? I can do some VODs, man.
Do it.
Some VOs.
Do it. Just do it just to do
some VOs, bro.
We'll do it as a meme, and then it'll work, and then we'll be like, "Wow, we should do another one."
It's going to be like the most money Damascus has ever made on the video.
Like, what the heck, bro?
Craig, we're at 18 million views.
Dude,
I'm doing it, bro.
No. Oh, no. You've started something.
The Escape from Tarkov fan fiction series brought to you by Dan Teskey here at Damascus Gaming. Chapter 1.
And then it's just nothing but static from that point forward.
dude, it'd be like, bro, dude, all it would be, it'd be the operator walked into his area. There was a quick gunshot and silence. The end.
That was the end of Daniel's reign.
That's the entire series.
No,
that's
you
Tarkov.
have to have at least one paragraph of the character that we're going to be naming Daniel, by the way.
The one paragraph is 3 friends that get confused and end up murking each other.
No, it's got to be the character. All the characters get murked, and the one character left is the Daniel character wondering what he should do. Walks outside of the hangar and gets waxed.
Absolutely waxed, bro.
And that's it. That's just the end. It's not even a full page. It's not even a full page. We're going to get back on this Tarkov thing. We're not even going to end the stream, bro.
It's just static for like 3 hours.
Oh, my God. But yeah, if you guys
Tarkov
want to make sure,
man, come on, people.
If you guys want to make sure to check up and catch up with us, make sure to check out the Twitch, the YouTube. I believe we have this. I believe this is live on Kick right now, is it not?
It's live on everything, bro. We're live on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch.
Yeah, you can follow us on all those. You guys can check out
and
DamascusGaming.com.
Live on Instagram.
Yeah, check us out on DamascusGaming.com.
Would you all like to hear a bedtime story? I can put you all to sleep right now.
Yeah, I think they're on Twitter too. We're
not live on Twitter, but we do have a Twitter.
We have Twitter. But yeah, you can check us out on all the different platforms. You can also check us out at the DamascusGaming.com. You can see our upcoming events, and you can jump on the shop to purchase things. And here's the cool thing: if you're not local to us and we have an item that you want, don't worry, we ship them out to you. We'll get that taken care of as well. So make sure to jump in and check those different things out. I don't know. I think he's about to try to read a bedtime story.
I'm not. I actually decided to switch up a little bit. Worldwide shipping. Not yet. We are working on it.
Not worldwide. It is
one day in the future, possibly.
It is in the U.S. So if you're in
all right, everybody,
Alaska and Hawaii, I think so far this week.
Let's do this. All right.
Wait, are we doing a fan fiction right now?
No, we're gonna do a stupid dad joke, and I want to see if anybody gets the answer right. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go. All right. Are we ready for this? This is very important.
I feel like I'm not ready for this.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
I feel like I'm not ready for this.
You should be ready for this. Okay. What would bears be without bees? What do you think, Craig?
Look,
what do you think,
I want everybody to know that I have to deal with this stuff every day. And I'm going to say ears.
Yes! Mongo Crush killed it.
Yeah, I was going to say ears because, bears without ears, or bears without bees is ears.
This is why I do all the jokes, because he can't even get them right.
Jeez almighty. I'm just letting you all know.
Mongo Crush, dude.
I got it. I think I got it at the same time.
Nah, you're totally wrong.
Okay, clearly I was like at least fractions of a millisecond behind.
This is a good Luis question. What kind of clothes do lawyers wear? What kind of clothes do lawyers wear?
I don't know.
Any ideas, anybody? Come on.
This one you got me on. I don't know.
What kind of clothes do lawyers see? Yes! Dude, Mongo's Googling like crazy right now.
Lawsuits.
I'm proud of you, Mongo. Good job.
Actually, that one's actually pretty good. You know what? I like that one. That one's pretty good.
I believe in you, Mongo. You're just goated.
That was good.
I'm
50% right now. I'm okay with
Mongo
that.
is awesome. We need an official Damascus. He spelled it wrong. Oh my God.
Oh
Fern.
no, Fern.
Burn.
No longer friends.
You've lost points.
It says it right here. It says it right here. You see it?
That's crazy.
See it right here? Right?
What's a pirate's favorite letter?
Oh, he says autocorrect lies.
See, people
Damascus is a word.
People think that it's R, but it's not. It's actually the C. The letter C. Because they love the C.
I'm calling BS.
It's the truth.
No, I'm calling BS on Fern.
The C. I told you. See?
It says
it's the C. No, you're wrong, Synthetic. I'm sorry, Synthetic. People think that it's the R, but it's not, man. They love the C.
Wow.
Dad jokes for life.
All right.
Everybody, I just wanted to let you know this, by the way. If you hear a slight crackling sound, it's Craig gets stressed out because I'm near him and his hair falls out.
Yeah.
Your boy Fern.
You know, I've got a thing that I want to add to the channel. I'm going to make it one of those channel point things that you're going to get to tell a dad joke.
I'm down. I'm
going to put that in there.
I'll do it.
So guys, if you're not saving up your channel points, just know that that's going to be a thing.
Please do not save them, by the way, because the last iteration of the channel points is a nightmare for me.
First off, if you do save them, if you're really planning on saving them, just look for the very final one.
Dang it.
I'm just letting you all know. Look for the final one.
Nah, it's not worth it. Y'all should not look at that one.
If you max out your points, and let me iterate on this too. By the way, I'm working on something. I'm going to see if I can do it. I don't think I can implement it because we don't have the right system. I'm going to try to work on something that's going to let us do more points. Well, you have to find out, bro. You're going to have to save up the points to find out.
No, see, this isn't important. See, but I will explain this. So I am the Moodles.
You gotta save up those points. You gotta save them up.
Oh no, I'm gonna get absolutely dunked, bro.
Yep, you're gonna have to save up those points because we'll be more than happy to show you what that.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah, we're gonna be able to show you.
I already know on the day that happens, Melita is gonna show up. She will be here for that. She will. No, you're not, Lucio. No, you're not. No, you're not. Are you really? Don't tell me that, bro.
Do it. It's only 50,000.
No, it's 60.
Oh, it's only 60. Hey, we need to.
There's no way he's at 59.
There's
no way you're at 59.
If you're truly almost, I was gonna say, if you're truly almost at 60K, I'm gonna stay on the stream for another 30 minutes.
It actually stopped. Like I started to go into the light, dude. That was crazy, Lucio.
It's fine. Don't worry. If you guys want to know how to earn some quick channel points, by the way, there is one quick way to do it. Make sure to join us for the Borderland League. We do some guesses for who's going to win, who's going to get the first blood, etc. And it's going to be a nice way to collect up some points. And like Fern said, if you're subbed, you also do actually points.
Yeah. So if you're not subbed to the DG channel, you should definitely subscribe.
So if you really want to see what that does,
and actually, real quick, I do want to bring this up. I know a lot of people go like, oh my gosh, there's so many advertisements on Damascus Gaming's Twitch side, right? If you want to get rid of the ads, man, drop us a sub. You sub, ads stop for you completely, which is pretty awesome. And then you also get, when's the next Berlin League? Is actually tomorrow. It's every Wednesday. Final. It's the playoffs.
It's on every Wednesday, unless as we're doing the bi-weekly. It'll be every other Wednesday.
You can't redeem that one because you're married to me. If you redeem that one, there's going to be.
Why? Dunk Moodles, yes.
I feel like the CEO needs to pay the bills. Ads are required.
That's why we have ads.
Yeah, we have to pay the bills.
That's why we have the ads.
By the way, and also the reason why we have it turned up, by the way, just a little bit, like, so we have it over a certain percentage. We actually get more from it just for transparency's sake, and it also pushes our channel more. So people actually see us on the main page more often, which is actually good for us.
Twitch is like, hey, we want them because they have more ads.
No, you don't. That's not true at all. Dude,
we need video proof or it doesn't count.
No, you cannot do that to me whenever you want. Stop it.
Dunk.
I'm telling you this right now.
See, what he doesn't know.
If it ever happens to me in our house.
See, what he doesn't know is that dude,
I swear Melita's out to kill me, dude.
What what he doesn't know is what I'm going to do for our next Borderland League is I'm going to log into my own Twitch and I'm going to start putting points toward things.
I thought you were my friend. That's just, wait, are you going to subscribe too?
This is what he thinks. Oh yeah, we're subbing and everything. I'm going to start gifting subs. I'm going to gift subs tomorrow evening. So if you get a random sub, by the way, just know that it's going down.
I thought y'all were in my corner, and apparently y'all just want to watch me suffer. I really thought everybody in the chat, we had something special. Okay, I really did. I thought we had something special, but no. We're just here to torture me. Got it.
We're here to suffer.
That's what we're here for.
We're here to suffer. So,
with that being said, Craig, is there anything else you want to go over? Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, love hurts. See? Look at that.
No. Love is supposed to be gentle, warm, and kind, not shocking and freezing and happening at random times in my life.
Just know, the very first time that we do this, by the way, I'm going to put extra ice in there.
There was never a conversation about it being cold.
But there was never a conversation about it not being cold either.
We're not doing the ALS challenge.
Or are we?
No.
Will we? We will find out.
We will not.
We will find out. We will find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
It has to be cold water with extra ice. Fern. But by the way, actually, if you want to spend your points on other really cool stuff, we do have other cool things. You can go. So there's
you can save up for 50K.
There is the option, by the way. We do like the Bino challenge, which is whoever is streaming has to go run out and actually challenge one of us to Bino. Hola, amigo. Oh, look at that.
We get extra subscribers. What?
Feisty, since you got the mod status, can you please wipe that one?
I don't actually really know what it says, but I know what it says.
It's an advertisement.
I know. I don't know what it says, but I know what it says.
Nah, everyone save your points so we can all...
Back to back. Yes. Oh, if we get a back-to-back challenge, I'm gonna make sure.
So done.
If we get a back-to-back, if there are 2 people or 3 people that actually go together to make a back-to-back challenge, I have something I have special things. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna bring out like the water hose.
My gosh.
I'm gonna bring out the hose and be like, he's gonna be running through the parking lot as I spray him. Yes.
Why are we doing this to me?
Why aren't we doing that? Well, why didn't we do this sooner?
Because we didn't have a channel sooner.
We should have been doing this sooner. This is what's been stunting our growth this whole time. We have not been doing this.
Wow. This does not sound like fun. This sounds like a nightmare, and I'm in the center of it.
Well, sucks to suck.
Thanks, bro.
All right, guys.
Seriously, man. Y'all, dude, guys.
What time is it? Bro, we've been on this for over 2 hours. So we have some things that we're going to have to actually take care of. So unless if you got something else.
Yeah, she did too, by the way. She actually did. That did happen. You just made Melita, by the way, unbelievably jealous because
she wanted to do that.
I had a challenge and it got called out and I literally was playing and I took a pie to the face. I'm playing and I'm like, wait, and she just walked, it's just boom, like straight to my face. I have been pied before.
Maybe we should put that one back on the channel point reward.
No, because Melita wants to do it.
More of a reason to do it.
Absolutely not. No.
We'll do 100K where you get pied and dunked at the same time.
Enjoyed that to the max.
We're gonna make a new channel point. Feisty, I need you to add this one in there for 100,000 points.
Absolutely not.
We're gonna pie him, and without him knowing, what he will know is that it's part of the challenge. But we're gonna pie him, and then we're gonna dump him in the water. Or we're going to dump water on him.
Absolutely not. Oh, yeah. No, she was laughing her head off as I took the pie to the face.
You know, if it wasn't for the foam back here, because it would be impossible to clean it, I'd let you do it here. You just walk from behind us. And
I would see it coming.
That's the fun part. You just don't know when it's coming.
No, I would see it coming. Are you kidding me?
You just wouldn't know.
That's not what I would see it coming.
No, you'd be sitting here. You'd be like, oh, yeah, we're doing a stream. You know. And then...
stop giving Melita ideas.
You'd be like,
she literally, we were talking about the water dunking thing, and then she's just like, I've always wanted to pie somebody in the face, and then just looks at me like,
yeah, see, you didn't see it coming
I've
the first time.
always wanted to pie someone in the face. Hi, Moodles, how are you?
Yeah, see,
you have a very pieable face, Moodles.
See, the thing is like,
I'm just like, what do you mean?
It's not about. When it's not about you knowing that's going to happen, because you're going to know it's going to happen. It's that you're not going to know when it's going to happen. So you're just going to be constantly looking over his shoulder like, there's somebody coming. Somebody walks through the back door and he's like, oh.
This is not the slap challenge from How I Met Your Mother, bro. Okay, we're not doing that.
He will never know. It'll be random. And then pow, and he gets it. And he's like, oh, God.
Wow.
Be right in the middle of the Call of Duty event.
Wow.
Right here at the LAN center.
Wow.
He's going to be on a TikTok, and he's going to be making a video, and somebody's going to walk up and pie him, and I'm going to be like, channel point rewarded. Yeah, go ahead and give me the points in. You know, that's how it's going to work.
I'm done with y'all, man.
Watch.
I better never see that on the channel points.
Feisty.
She doesn't have access to do it. She can't make them.
Just log into his computer.
Can't do it. She can't do it. Doesn't have the password or nothing. She can't even get in, bro. Come on now. You think I leave that open for her to mess with me? No. It'd be all kinds of horrible things, like wax Moodle's legs. Horrible. Why even say that out loud?
I was gonna say
absolutely no.
He said it.
No.
So
yeah. So see, that's why it's here.
The computer's here, but that doesn't mean that you can't come here.
No.
Come through the back door, so he doesn't know that you've entered.
Right now, wherever Melita is, she's like, I'm going to pie this man in the face, wax his legs, and dunk me.
She said she's taking notes.
That's what's happening right now. She's like, I get to destroy this man's life. I'm going to traumatize this man.
All right. Well, I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to actually let you close out today.
You let me
because
close
I have
out?
some things that I have to take care of.
Go
We
ahead,
got to make
brother.
sure that everything's taken care of. I want to say thanks for everybody for coming out today and hanging out with us and helping me torture old Moodles over here.
The pie in the face is never going to happen. So
It's going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
We're just not going to have it as a channel report. I'm just going to let people do it.
Why are you giving this? No. We'll
see y'all next week.
I don't like this. I don't like this. No. Why? No. You just put no. Wow. I don't even know what to say right now, y'all. But hey, yeah, we'll see you on Saturday. Check it out, everybody. Appreciate y'all coming in once again for the community updates. Make sure if you are watching, lurking, appreciate y'all watching and lurking, but do me a favor and hit that follow button, man, before y'all jump out of here. We are really trying to bring more bigger and better stuff here to El Paso. So for us, whatever we get, monetarily out of this thing, we always put it right back into the stream room. That being cameras, audio equipment, whatever we need to make this place look fantastic. So make sure you guys are dropping all that stuff in here. We appreciate y'all. The next time we go live should be actually tomorrow. Will be for me. I'll be doing a live stream myself here on the DG stream side. I'm probably gonna be playing some Tarkov, so I'm looking at doing. And then on top of that, we are also gonna be doing the Borderland League. Be the last day. Be the playoffs tomorrow. Yeah, and then what else we got? All the streamers jumping on too. So yeah, it's gonna be fantastic, y'all. But we will see you guys here next time we are live. Peace.
Get back to work.
No. Sweet.